Spread your love and hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love and hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love
Vugani Nati Mzansi. Vugani Nati Mzansi. It's a TGIF. Thank you for tuning into our live once again. Welcome back to those who tune in daily, and thank you for always being with us. My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala, and I am your Prime Cut Creative and your positivity dose of the day. It's another energetic dose of the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and I'm not alone. Of course, I am never alone because we have a great team that is always dedicated to start your mornings. Mweketi, my money, how are you, my brother?
Interesting and epic mornings right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Thank you so much, TC, for that beautiful intro. My name is Moiketi, my man, and you are watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. And of course, man, I am feeling good on this beautiful Friday morning, TC. How are you doing then?
I'm great. I see you right here behind me, man. I'm like, hey, what is this? Yeah, man, what do you have for me? I see you have something behind you there. What is it?
Yeah, definitely. Every time when you guys watch the stream and see me here, you have to expect what we call the picture of the day. So behind me, you're asking yourself, what mall is that? But it's clear enough, TC. I'm right here in the Mall of Africa, and a lot of people are asking themselves, man, why Mall of Africa out of all tourist attraction? Remember that this helps you, to build that bucket list of yours to travel, each and every month, or maybe during festive season, because you are also heading towards September, so it is going to be much appreciated if you get those bucket list ready. So behind me is Mall of Africa, and background information about it is right here, so that I can go through, so that you can get to understand, the whole concept of how Mall of Africa came to be. So the mall design was inspired by Africa's geological features, as evident by its court. The Crystal Court is located in the northern section of the mall, representing Southern Africa's mineral wealth with sharp geometric patterns. So, Mall of Africa is a large super-regional shopping mall located in Waterfall City, Midrand in Gauteng, right here in South Africa, and is the largest single-phase shopping mall in South Africa. It opened on the April 28th. This month is the month, where Mall of Africa was opened, finally launched and opened in 2016. It boasts over 300 stores, restaurants, and entertainment options. Mall of Africa has anchor tenants including departmental store Woolworth, hypermarkets Game and Checkers Hyper. The shopping mall also has house flagship stores in South Africa for international brands such as H&M's, Cotton On, and Forever 21. And there's this big debate on that Mall of Africa is considered to be the biggest mall in Africa. But now, let me clear those rumors. So, the biggest mall in Africa is Four Ways Mall, in which it's covering 178,000 hectares. And then Mall of Africa only covers 130,000 hectares right there. So if you've been to Mall of Africa, you can just let us know down there in the comment section by using hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Your experience on what you saw, the design and the concept behind the Mall of Africa. So TC, I'm just going to ask you this question, man. If you have ever been to Mall of Africa?
Yes, I have been to Mall of Africa. I remember there's a bounce not far from there that I had gone to, and of course afterwards I went to go for movies at Mall of Africa, of course browsing and doing some shopping, had some lunch with a friend. Yeah, it's a beautiful mall. It's got high-end retail stores, definitely high-end.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, if you want to find yourself there, the mall is located at Midrand, Gauteng, right here in South Africa. And also, I'd want to find myself there because I've never been to Mall of Africa, and I'm going to tick it this year on my bucket list, and you can also do that. So that is all from me, giving you the picture of the day. Of course, we're going to be coming with another one to add on your tourist bucket list next week, Monday. So I'm just going to give it over back to TC so that she can tell us what do we have today on the show.
It's ATGIF, as I mentioned. Of course, thank God it's Friday. Friday, guys. We have your sports blog to get you started on what's going on with your sports news, and giving you some more in-depth on some sports updates. But then today, we also have for you a guest, BERNICE FERREIRA, who will also be sharing with us a little bit on her journey as a boxer. And then we also have for your fashion blog, Lihlohonolo Khola, who will share with us more about his fashion designer journey. And you obviously know here on the Vooka Breakfast Show we have your everyday favorites, your today in history, word of the day, your news and traffic and sports updates. Speaking of which, don't go anywhere. Let us get you prepared for this beautiful Friday. But of course, I know the weather is not optimal, but don't worry, we are about to get you warmed and fired up for the weekend right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned, and here is your weather update.
All right, once again, a very good morning to you right there, whoever's watching. On our news headline this morning, starting off with the first one, 7-year-old violated several times and has been raped multiple times. Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities Minister Sindisiwe Chikunga revealed this is as she urged the police to expand their investigation into the heinous crime, and Kwekwe's case is not an isolated incident in Matatiele in the Eastern Cape. In the wake of horrifying incident involving the rape of school children, Chikunga and Eastern Cape Social Development MEC Bukiwe Fanta are in Matatiele. Further investigations revealed that 2 other minors were raped at a different private school in the area late last year. On the second headline, Action SA considers entering GNU if DA exits. Action SA says it may reconsider its stance on joining the Government of National Unity if the DA leaves or gets booted out, but maintains that its immediate priority remains blocking the VAT increase. This after the budget passed with 192 MPs voting in favor and 182 against. It followed the approval of a report proposing a 0.5 percentage point VAT increase. The DA, however, argues the budget process was flawed. The next headline, Helen Ziller states that they are going to interdict the VAT increase. The Democratic Alliance is taking steps to stop the VAT increase planned for next month. This comes after clashing with the ANC over income-generating move. The party's federal executive has met to discuss the fallout from the budget, economic reform and the VAT increase. It is also reviewing the party's position in the GNU. That's all for your news headline. Now, heading over to your sports news, starting off with football news. Woes for Arsenal as defender Gabriel out of the season. Arsenal defender Gabriel, pivotal in the team's strong defensive record this season, is sidelined with a hamstring injury but aims to return for the 2025-2026 campaign. Arsenal's win rate drops significantly when he's absent, 63.5% with him, 40.9% without him. His injury is part of the Premier League's 119 hamstring injuries this season. Arsenal sits second, 12 points behind Liverpool with 8 games left. They also face Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final on 8 and 16 April. On the other news, bad news at Orlando as coach Rivero to leave Pirates at the end of the season. Orlando Pirates confirmed that coach Jose Rivero will depart at the end of the season and his 3-year contract concludes. Rivero has led the club to 3 MTN 8 titles and 2 Nedbank Cups with a chance to win a third as they face Marumo Gallants in the semi-finals. The Pirates remains in the CAF Champions League quarterfinals and are still contenders in the Betway Premiership. Chairman Dr. Ivan Khoza expressed gratitude for Rivero's contribution while respecting his decision to leave. The last one, Tele admits Chiefs in crisis ahead of Galaxy clash. Thabo Tele acknowledges Kaizer Chiefs crisis as they aim to bounce back against TS Galaxy on Saturday at Peter Mokaba Stadium. Chiefs face challenges with centre-back Rushwin Dotley sidelined after surgery and a 3-match winless streak, leaving them 8th in the league table. TS Galaxy sits 4th despite losing their last match but recently secured wins against Amazulu and Supersport United. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Chiefs hope to overcome their struggles and restore form in the Betway Premiership. On rugby news, Springbok gets back RG Snyman to help end Leinster Trophy drought. Leinster runners-up in the last 3 Investec Champions Cup aim to claim the title this season after strong 2024-2025 start losing just once. They face Harlequins in the last 16 with high expectations. Former Champions Cup winner Berger believes Springbok lock RG Snyman in exceptional form since joining from Munster will be vital against French clubs later in the tournament. Leinster last lifted the trophy in 2021, winning the Pro 14. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Now let's get you safe on those roads with your latest traffic update with TC Mazibugo.
Well, yeah, Super Blossom memory. Yes. Wow!
name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
We apologize for that. We just had a technical issue with your traffic update. So the roads are wet and slippery. I hope you are keeping safe if you are out and about on this beautiful but wet Friday. There is a crash on the N4 westbound at the off-ramp to the Rousseau Street M13. One lane out of 3 is closed. Traffic from the Simon van Rooten Road M12 on-ramp may experience delays. On your next traffic update, a stationary vehicle reported on the N1 North southbound Donny Joubert Freeway at the off-ramp to the Meyring Nordier Road M16. The emergency lane is closed near the ramp from the N4. There's an incident on the N1 southbound at the on-ramp from the new road. On the off-ramp to the new road, 1 lane out of 7 is closed. On another traffic update, a stationary vehicle is blocking the emergency lane on the N1 southbound at the on-ramp from the Rigel Drive M9R50. Please reduce speed when approaching and stay vigilant as delays or slow-moving traffic may occur. A stationary vehicle is causing disruptions on the N12 westbound southern bypass just after the off-ramp from the Kermaro Road M11. One of the street lanes is closed. Heavy congestion reported on the N1 northbound just after the Winnie Mandela Drive. Traffic from the on-ramp at Winnie Mandela Drive off of 511 is affected. That is all for your Vooka traffic. It seems like the technicals aren't the only things glitching this morning, but let us get into another epic Friday show.
Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day. Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazbugo Shabalala.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Mist.
My name is Ketua Mguni
On the Vooka
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various aspects from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
All right, 29 minutes past 7, heading to 7:30, and you are watching at the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is a beautiful Friday morning, and I would like to say you're welcome once again to what expects and will be your favorite and morning epic show. My name is Moketi Maimane, aka Max for Maxi Mama Temperature, the son of Mother Nature. Generator. So that was your latest traffic and your news and sports headlines. So do make sure that you stay tuned for your recap on the top of the hour. So what I want you to do right now is to use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile. Let me know if you are awake. Obviously, not alone right here. I'm with two beautiful ladies whom I'm going to give time so that they can introduce themselves. A very good morning, ladies, and how are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Mo. I'm fine, thanks. And how are you? Just a bit tired, but okay. Ngivukile, ready. Uhlala nani?
Yeah, definitely, man. Good to hear that because it's going to be a very epic Friday morning right here. So stay tuned because we've got a lot to unpack. TC, a very good morning, and how are you this morning?
Hi, Mo. Oh, my goodness. I had a little bit of a glitch there, but I'm back. I'm back, guys. It's Friday, a beautiful Friday, as wet and slippery as it is. I know it's cold, but here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, we are going to keep you warm and fired up to start the weekend, man, on a great high.
Yeah, definitely on a great high. Speaking of highs, man, I just want to get this sensitive matter before we get into the matters of today, because we've got a developing story, regarding Kwekwe's, case, right? The principal has, submitted his DNA samples. The police went there and he has submitted his DNA samples. So definitely we are still waiting for the verdict on when the samples are going to come back. But on that, because we were discussing it, there is a thing that the minister in the presidency said. So because I have a clip right here, but Women in Youth and Persons with Disabilities Minister Sindisiwe Chikunga revealed this as she urged the police to expand the investigation in the heinous crime, and Kwekwe's case is not an isolated incident in Matatiele in the Eastern Cape. Right now, I'm still looking for the clip, guys. So while I'm still looking for the clip, I just want to hear from you guys if you have had any developing stories regarding the case of Ukwekwe.
Also, from my side, I haven't had any developing stories regarding the case, but I've seen that a lot of young people and a lot of black people have taken to the street and actually went for a march.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, man, we have had so many incidents where you'd find minors being raped and molested. Not only the situation, but we've had babies being raped. It's about time that our system changes, man. There's so much injustice is happening in South Africa, yet we always say that South Africa is a free land. It's a land that, protects the rights of people living in and around of South Africa, right? But then when you look at the amount of cases that we have piling up when it comes to violence, when it comes to molestation, when it comes to abuse, when it comes to rape, we have not solved anything yet. I mean, there's so many rape cases that have died down and haven't been heard of, whether they're going forward, new evidence has been presented or what. Man, we need to stand up. I just want to say the justice system of South Africa needs to stand up for the rights of the victims. Things need to be done correctly and they need to be done rationally.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just about time we bring back the death penalty and maybe all of this will just vanish.
Yeah, definitely. So let us go back because I just found the clip right there. This was yesterday's briefing. So let us hear what Mrs. Sindisiwe Chikunga had to say regarding the case.
There is no question as to whether there was or there was no rape. There was a rape. As a matter of fact, from the information that we have heard, is that there is a possibility that it was not even the first time that Vooka herself was raped.
The Social Development MEC says the justice system needs to do more to protect gender-based violence victims.
I think the justice system, we would say, is failing us as gender activists. If you look at the case of Omathosa yesterday, the case of Bushir, I was shocked when I hear Kuti Umama Katleke is also a victim of rape. And the perpetrator was given a bail and is nowhere to be found.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, saddening to hear those kind of news and headlines when you get remarks of people on how they feel, because the lady just mentioned that Timothy Omotoso, his rape charges also were dropped, and also dates back to some of the cases that were not solved here in South Africa. But hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Vooka Breakfast is a hashtag to use it. Do you have anything to say, ma'am?
No, I see that there are some calls for GBVF to be declared as a national disaster because of, the high number of cases that are surfacing and the, cases that are making headlines lately in the news regarding these cases, regarding this matter. And this issue seems to be on a very dangerous rise in our country, and we need to curb that and find permanent solutions for it. How we're going to do that, I'm not sure, but there needs to be some contingency plan that is put into place to prevent this from further happening, because man, it's saddening to see that this is generational and that it keeps happening, and imagine from a mother to a daughter now, and it's sad. It speaks to the issues that we face in our society today and what we need to do to address these issues at their root. Right? So these need to be root solutions, not just, addressing or, covering the core or the symptoms of these societal ills. So whatever that needs to be done, but there needs to be justice for these victims, and ultimately this problem needs to be dealt with, and government needs to somehow declare it as a matter that needs immediate addressing.
Definitely. So those are the developing stories of the Twetwes case, and if we've got anything regarding this matter, we'll let you know that this is a story that has come out just to keep you updated. So what I want you to do is to keep updated, is to stay tuned on all our social media platforms. We have Vooka Breakfast Show on YouTube, Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook, and also Instagram, it's Vooka Breakfast Show, TikTok, Vooka Breakfast Show, and on X is Vooka Daily. So right now, what I'm going to do is to take a short break because we've got more, to bring you. And then we're going to break some ice after when we come back to the break, so that we can get into that Friday mood, man, and feel everything that is happening right here on the Breakfast Show. But as promised, we're going to be joined by two guests today, a fashion designer and one who is she in sports. Right, BERNICE, the Berger FERREIRA, will be joining us right here, telling us about, her journey on the boxing world. And also we're going to be joined by Lehlohono Lohola, who is a fashion designer. If you are a fashion fanatic and you want to know more information about, how to move in the fashion industry, this man will be here to give you the right answers. But for now, stay tuned, as when we come back, we're going to break an ice. So definitely I want you to stay tuned for this one, because it also includes you. So let us take a short break, and then when we come back, we get into the matters of today.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
We're out here in the heart of Soweto, Top Sandton. This is right next to Zondi Hills, and just before you get to Broad Fisher Club. I'm out here. My name is Musi Nest. I'm out here with the one and only Maximum Temperature. I'm working my TC Shabana Wakamazibugo, and of course our station manager, the one and only Panelin Lyric. And we're traveling out here, man. This is what we do on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yeah, you gotta get it fresh.
We are fresh and nice. Now it's time to take the information to the people.
Of course, like Mo just mentioned, do stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, share your thoughts and your opinions and everything else in between. We're going to be coming to a street to do live near you, wanting to know what your thoughts are out there on the street.
Of course, we've got TC Wakamazibugo with the traffic update. Right now we are going to N1 southbound to make sure that whatever that you guys get, it is real-time information.
Yes, sir.
So looking at Mukhorosi, we have robots that are not working right here, but the traffic is moving. We're going to look at when is your rush hour time, when people are from the work, from school,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes,
gonna give you your daily update, so do make sure that you stay with us. Mobile Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Back to the business. Welcome back and still watching the Vooka Breakfast show. And as promised, we're going to be breaking the ice, man, because, you know, each and every morning when you start your day, you know, it's always those blues, man. You feel lethargic, you know. I mean, you can't go around your day. But obviously, there's some questions, man, that are going to, you know, just get into the deep of your mental state and think deep, man, into, you know what, man, what I'm seeing right here, man. What decision can I make? And it is very important to also wake up in the reasoning. You know, we wanted to hear that reasoning. So with me here, I have a picture that I'm going to share with you. So that, you know, we can all participate in this. You know, I know that some of the people, wherever they are, they might also be sleeping, you know. So right now, I want you to get ready for this one. And I'm going to share an image with you right now. And I'm going to read the question. And also, you have to participate. Remember, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use down there on the comment section. So right now, I'm going to ask my technicals to show me the picture while I read the question. Right. So you have the picture right there in your screen. So the question right there is, which one would you buy? A whole watermelon or a glass of watermelon juice at the same price? So you can see that the watermelons are the same price. You have the one that is uncut and you have that one that has, you know, been made. Watermelon juice looks nice, juicy right there. You know, he also has, you know, everything that makes, you know, the juice of a watermelon. Kind of, what is that? A blender. Yeah, he has a blender right there. So both of them, they cost $4. Ladies, this question goes to you and it applies to all of us, right? So which one would you choose and why?
I think it depends on the day for me. But if I'm like not in a rush, if I'm actually in a rush, I'll probably go for the watermelon juice. Reason being is I don't have the time to cut it.
We are not rushing, guys. We are all Vooka team. We are relaxed after the show. No one is rushing. And then we come at the stall. There's the guy right there. There's this one who has made the nice blended juice of watermelon juice. And then there's this one, you know, full watermelon uncut. Which one are you going to buy? And it's the same price. Tell me, why are you going to buy the one that you're choosing?
I'd buy the juice one because it cuts down on human productivity.
Okay. That's your final answer, TC?
I'm going to take the whole watermelon because I'm getting a whole watermelon.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the reason.
Yes.
Come on, guys, give me something.
I'm getting more because I'm getting the whole thing.
You're getting the whole thing.
Yes, I'm getting my own watermelon, the whole watermelon.
Yeah.
As much as, of course, the other one, you know, it's gone through production.
Yeah.
You know, he's processed it and it's juice. And you know, he's giving me the end product.
Yeah.
Right? I want that one.
Yeah.
I want the raw product.
I hear that going for the juice is the same thing as going for the whole watermelon. Because once you cut the whole watermelon and put it inside a blender, it still gives you the same end result. It's still going to end up in one glass.
No, but I won't have one. I won't just have one. I can make perhaps 3 or 4 glasses out of that whole watermelon.
Wow.
Whereas with that, I'm only getting 1 glass of watermelon juice.
Yeah.
If you look at the size of the watermelon juice,
no, but I'm still gonna get more out of that watermelon because I won't just get 1 glass of watermelon juice.
Yeah.
I can still literally get more, even if it's 1.5 glasses, I'm still getting more than 1 glass.
Out of curiosity, have you juiced the watermelon?
Hey?
Have you juiced the watermelon?
Yeah, I've had watermelon.
You didn't answer the question.
Yes, I've juiced watermelon. It's just for me to buy a whole watermelon, cut it into half and have 2 halves or however many that I want. And then instead of, because of convenience, have 1 glass at the same price that I can have multiple glasses of watermelon.
Wow.
You understand?
Preach, man.
Yeah, so whoever's watching.
What about you?
Yeah, so obvious. Again, I want to
Stop
get the
watching.
people in the conversation, man. If you're watching right now, man, just let me know which one would you buy. So I'm going to show the picture again and read the question. Guys, so on your screen, you are seeing two guys who are selling watermelon. One guy, he is already cut it up and, put it in a blender and turned into a watermelon juice. And then one guy didn't cut it at all, but they're selling at the same price. Which one would you buy and why? So for me, I will go with the full one, right? I will go with the full watermelon, because one of the nutrients of watermelon is potassium. And if you're going to cut it and just lay it out there, man, man, the flies drink potassium in that thing. Once the fly stays there, potassium is gone.
I mean, at the end of the day, even the watermelon itself, I can use it. Like, do you know that you can use watermelon seeds? You understand? So I get more out of buying the whole watermelon than just buying the byproduct, which is just an end product, which is one glass of watermelon juice.
Yeah.
Just for convenience, just because someone went through the process of cutting it and juicing it for me, I can do it by myself
and also
and get more out of it.
in my experience, I think it was in Jupet Street, right, when you go to Park Station. So there are these guys who sell, cut watermelon, pineapple mixed with mango and pawpaw.
Yes.
So sometimes when it's like this, you would never know how long it has stayed there. So I've once bought that packet, that 10 rand, that mixed fruit. And then when you chew the watermelon, it's plastic, man. And now you can tell, this thing, I think it has been there and open for like 4 days. Right? So obviously it has got air in it, and the more air gets in it, it gets dry. Then the juice also gets a little bit dry and it's not that juice. Have you seen when you open the watermelon first time? Man? Like everyone, when they get the first bite, it's all like hey man, it gets juicy on the floor, man. Like I've seen when you open the watermelon, man, the first time when it was not opened, like you get that juice, man. But for this guy, man, okay, yes, you put it in a blender, but now if it's dry and still put it in a blender, it's going to lack juice. Hence, sometimes you will use suitate just
If
to.
you're looking at it like that, I'm looking at it just from like economic and like. I can't say it's not. I'm not gonna say common sense, but what can I say? I'm
it's
looking for the
psychological.
word.
It's a
there's a word I'm looking for. I'll get it. But yeah, I'm just looking at it from that point of view, at the sense that it's like getting a packet of fries versus a bag of potatoes.
Yeah.
So if I was getting a packet of fries for the same, like I'm saying here, because it's the same price.
Yeah.
You understand? A packet of potatoes and a bag of potatoes for the same price and as a packet of fries.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the thingy, the bag of potatoes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that I can have from there than I'm gonna get just from the end product. You understand?
And then Manela, I would go for the juice. Paying for convenience
Yeah.
is price. Right? Yeah, because as
Like
much
I
as the
said.
game it's psychological, right? It is psychological and speaks to you as a person. Horoena, you want things that are already opened, or you want things while they're still new. Right?
Akafuna ukuyokhatha that big watermelon.
No, for me, if a nail is pak ne. Oh, they corrected me yesterday. What's it called? So it's part of the melon family, right? But I call it a spark because it's like a different verse. Spark pen.
Oh.
You know that one that's like orange,
Yes.
sometimes it's green.
Yes.
And for that one, then I'm gonna pop it open. It's like my favorite one. Because that one, I call it a spark pack.
Oh. What's that, man? Guys, come on. You can't
It's
be
part of
speaking
the
about spark
melon
plugs.
family.
Yeah.
It's part of the melon family, so it's also round and green, but it looks like it has like the cracks on the outside of it.
Yeah.
So that one actually has more water compared to a watermelon. Funny enough,
Yeah.
Wow.
when you take a bite into it, like it literally drips more than. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It drips, then what?
The juices drip more than when you take a bite from a watermelon.
Yeah.
Is it spun speck?
Yes, but I call it a
Yes.
spark pack.
So
I always
another
forget the
comment
correct
says,
name.
but
But with a bag of potatoes, you have to buy oil, electricity, and time. This one you just buy and go home and enjoy. Right now, this whole watermelon, this thing is huge. You have to carry it like this. Like, imagine, man, carrying a whole watermelon from town. Yeah.
I guess.
Now the taxi driver is like, nah, this is the head of a person, my sister. You need to pay. Leli kanda lo muntu leli. Coca. But yeah, so it speaks a lot, man. For me, I would buy the watermelon because I prefer to make the juice for myself, right? And you know, the seeds also speaks to the seeds, man. That now we are living in the GMOs, man. One day you will go to Woolworth, the next thing you cut your watermelon, there's no seeds inside. You know, then it's a very, very huge problem. It's a very, very, very huge problem. But yeah, definitely you can let us know what you think and what you have chosen right there from the picture. Would you buy the full watermelon or the watermelon juice? But they're all the same price. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use. Right? Since the ice has been broken now, it's a time to get into the matters of what we call significant memories that serves as history. Right here with me, I have some of the historical moments that took place today on the 4th of April 2025. Last year it was going to be 040404. Woo! No, 24. Oh my goodness. 0404 was in 2004. Right? Yeah, so definitely we are going to be looking at what happened today in history. And if you have something to share with us right there, if you're watching, do make sure that you share so that we can learn, man, on some of the things that happened and what can we take, because there are a lot of things that we can take in history and repeat them to make a better place where we live in. So, starting with the first one, Bill Gates and Paul Allen founded Microsoft, which became the world's largest personal computer software company. Gates and Allen established Microsoft on April 4th, 1975, with Gates as CEO and Allen suggested the name Microsoft, short for microcomputer software. Allen suggested the name Microsoft, short for microcomputer software. In August 1977, the company formed an agreement with ASCII magazine in Japan, resulting in its first international office of ASCII Microsoft. Very, very interesting, man. For today, Microsoft was established, something that you always need to know, man. Right? And then moving on to the next one. Ben-Hur, H-U-R. Is it pronounced as her or who?
Her.
Her.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Her, yes.
Okay. Ben-Hur achieved historic acclaim, winning 11 Oscars, including Best Picture. The biblical epic Ben-Hur, directed by William Wyler, became a cinematic masterpiece, winning 11 Oscars at the 32nd Academy Awards in 1960, including Best Pictures, Best Director, and Best Actor for Charlton Heston, based on Lewis Wallace's 1880 novel Ben-Hur, A Tale of the Christ. The film follows Judah Ben-Hur's journey of loss, triumph, and spiritual redemption in Roman-ruled Judea. Intertwined with the story of Jesus Christ, the film, noted for its dramatic chariot race scene filmed in Italy on a $15 million budget, remains an iconic achievement, matching the record of most Oscars won by a single film with Titanic and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Woo! And then heading on to the last one that I have here. In 1966, Denton Cooley implants the first artificial heart. Oof. On April 4th, 1969, Denton Cooley, with Domingo Liotta's assistance, implanted the world's first total artificial heart in human patient. Haskell Cup at St. Luke's Episcopal Hospital in Houston, marking a significant medical milestone. Artificial hearts temporarily replace the human heart for patients with total heart failure awaiting transplantation. As of December 2023, 2 devices are commercially available for short-term use under a year, with ongoing research aimed at creating permanent solution when transplants are not viable. I would love that heart, man. But yeah, that is all from me. You said you want to share something with us right there.
Okay, yes. So in 1581, Francis Drake knighted Queen Elizabeth I aboard his Galilean Golden Hind at Deptford, England, right? And then today in 1968, USA civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. is assassinated by James Earl Ray, at the Lauren Hotel in Memphis, Tennessee. And then the last one, this one is in sports. In 1974, Hank Aaron ties Babe Ruth's home run record by hitting his 714th.
Wow.
And he was facing Jack Bellingham.
Yeah.
So,
interesting things right there. Yes, that will be all for today in history. But of course, speaking of today, we always look at the calendar and, just count down our days on how many days are we left with and how many days are we in 2025. So, number of the days into the year, today marks the 94th day of the year, 95th in leap year, right? So definitely we are left with only 6 days till we hit our 100th day. Hashtag was a December. Number of remaining days, there are 271 days left. That means this year is running, man. It's so quick. We are left with 39 weeks. So definitely make sure that whatever that you want to do, your New Year's resolution for 2025, now is the time, because December is here, guys. December is definitely here. So, and then heading on to what we call celebrity birthdays. We know that a lot of people are celebrating their birthdays, and Yesterday, Hector Takalani came in, and celebrated his friend's birthday, Warren G, and you can also do that. If you know someone who is growing up today and you love to give them a shout out, do make sure and comment down below right there using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and tell us that, hey, Mo, Afri, TC, my friend or my partner is growing up today and I would like them to wish them a happy birthday right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. The team will do that and will do the honors. So on the first birthday that we have Craig T. Nelson. Born 1944, April 4th, and 81 years old. Interesting fact about Craig T. Nelson is known for his role in Coach, The Incredibles, and Parenthood. He's also an Arizona alumnus who delivered a commencement speech. He is an American actor and known for his roles as Hayden Fox in the ABC sitcom Coach, for which he won a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series. Deputy Warden Ward Wilson in the 1980 film Stir Crazy. Steve Feeling in the 1982 film Poltergeist. Bette Nicholson in All Right Moves in 1983. So happy birthday to Craig T. Nelson. And then another one is none other than Robert Downey Jr. Born in 1965, 4th April, and he's turning 60 years old. Interesting fact about Robert Downey Jr. He studied classical ballet at the age of 10 while living in London. He's a highly accomplished actor whose films have grossed over $14 billion globally, making him one of the highest grossing actors of all time, rising to prominence with teen films in the 1980s and earning acclaim for his portrayal of Charlie Chaplin in Chaplin 1992. Downey faced personal struggles before making a major comeback with roles in Iron Man 2008 and other Marvel Cinematic Universe films, as well as Sherlock Holmes in 2009. He has won numerous accolades, including an Academy Award for Oppenheimer in 2023 and Golden Globes for various roles and remains a key figure in Hollywood's landscape, celebrated for his versatility and resilience. Happy birthday to the one and only Iron Man. And another one, because Mhlaba 2000, is Uncle Waffles. Ungabayeki Waffles, ungabayeki. Born today. No, man. 30th of March. Okay, I think we have a mistake right here. Waffles was born last month on the 30th of March. So happy belated to her, of course, man, right? She was turning 25 years old. And of course, just because I mentioned her, obviously you want to know who is Uncle Waffles, man. Interesting fact about her, she is noted for her work in the amapiano genre and head dance abilities. Known professionally as Uncle Waffles, is a Swazi DJ and record producer based in South Africa. She is noted for her work in the amapiano genre and her dance abilities, with Billboard describing her as a princess of amapiano. Her debut single, Tanzania, reached the #1 in South Africa, while it is certified 7 times platinum. Woo! I'm 2000. And then the last one right here is Jill Scott. Jill Scott was born in 1972. Today, on the 4th of April, and turning 53 years old. Interesting fact about her, she quit teaching after other teachers complained about her method of singing to students to improve their memorization skills. She's an American singer, songer, model, poet, and actress. Her 2000 debut album, Who Jill Scott, Words and Sounds Volume 1, went platinum and follows up Beautifully Human, Words and Sounds Volume 2 in 2004, and A Real Thing, Words and Sound Volume 3 in 2007, and both achieved gold statuses. Happy birthday to everyone who is growing up. All right. Do you have something to say right there?
Yes, I do have something to say. Well, it's 2 things. Did you know that Jill Scott acted as a detective in a TV drama that was actually based in Botswana?
Yo.
Oh, yes.
Nice. Yeah, she acted as a female detective, and a lot of people like skeptical because this person came out of nowhere, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to be the female detective. It was pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then, so for today, celebrity birthdays, ne? I am celebrating Margaret Annie Johnson, also formerly known as Maya Angelou.
What's Margaret?
Today ki birthday was Margaret. She was born in 1928 and passed away in 2018. She is a poet and civil rights activist. She also acted on Tyler Perry's movie. She also did a poem for Nelson Mandela when he passed away here in South Africa. And you know what? Today still I rise. And I also love one of her best books for me. It's Letter to My Daughter. She doesn't have any daughter, but that's a life. It's a journal of her life events and how women can actually overcome certain events that will lead them to maybe their downfall or anything like that, and how to prosper and keep on fighting even if you do end up in such situations. So happy heavenly birthday to Maya Angelou.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, because man, her words and those inspirational quotes that she left us, man, they're still alive till this day, man. So yeah, definitely happy birthday to Ma'am Margaret, also known as Maya Angelou. So yeah, to anyone who is growing up today, please guys, enjoy your day. Happy birthday to you. Have the rest of a beautiful day ahead of you, man.
Happy birthday! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip, hooray! Hip, hooray!
Hip hip hooray. So what we're gonna do right now is to take a short break. It's 4 minutes past 8. So we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, man, we're just going to look at what is trending on our social media, because I've got something interesting. Do you know that while you have passed away and passed on, you can release music, and your music can still live on right here? It's something that we're going to be discussing, and it's trending right now on our social media. So what I want you to do is to grab that cup of coffee, because outside it's looking a little bit wet, right? So I just want you to stay in those blankets, stay in that couch, and just make yourself comfortable and warm, man, because we're about to talk about epic things and interesting things that are going to hype up your morning. So let us take a short break, and then when we come back, we get straight into what is trending right now in our social media platforms.
Well, yeah, Sugar Blossom made me. Yes. Wow! You wish it was you.
All right, once again, a very good morning to you. If you missed your news headline on the top of the hour, these are your recap. The first headline, a 7-year-old violated several times and has been raped multiple times. Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities Minister Sindisiwe Chikunga revealed this as she urged the police to expand the investigation into the heinous crime, and Kwekwe's case is not an isolated incident in Matatiele in the Eastern Cape. In the wake of horrifying incidents involving the rape of school children, Chikunga and Eastern Cape Social Development MEC Bukiwe Fanta are in Matatiele. Further investigations revealed that 2 other minors were raped at a different private school in the area last year. On another headline, Action SA considers entering the GNU if DA exits. Action SA says it may reconsider a stance on joining the Government of National Unity if the DA leaves or gets booted out, but maintains that its immediate priority remains blocking the VAT increase. This after the budget passed with 192 MPs voting in favor and 182 against. It followed the approval of a report proposing a 0.5 percentage point VAT increase. The DA, however, argues the budget process was flawed. Helen Zille states that they are going to interdict the VAT increase. The Democratic Alliance is taking steps to stop the VAT increase planned for next month. This comes after clashing with the ANC over income-generating move. The party's federal executive has met to discuss the fallout from the budget, economic reform and the VAT increases. It also It's also reviewing the party's position in the GNU. That's all for your news headline. Now going on to your sports headlines recap. Starting out with your football news, was for Arsenal as defender Gabriel out for a season. Arsenal defender Gabriel, pivotal in the team's strong defensive record this season, is sidelined with a hamstring injury but aims to return for the 2025-2026 campaign. Arsenal's win rate drops significantly when he's absent, 63.5% with him, 40.9% without him. His injury is part of the Premier League's 119 hamstring injuries this season. Arsenal sits second, 12 points behind Liverpool with 8 games left. They also face Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final on the 8th and 16th of April. Bad news at Orlando as coach Rivero to leave Pirates at the end of the season. Orlando Pirates confirmed that coach Jose Rivero will depart at the season's end as his 3-year contract concludes. Rivero has led the club to 3 MTN 8 titles and 2 Nedbank Cups with a chance to win a third as they face Marumo Gallants in the semi-finals. The Pirates remain in the CAF Champions League quarter-finals and are still contenders in the Betway Premiership. Chairman Dr. Ivan Koza expressed gratitude for Rivero's contribution while respecting his decision to leave. Cele admits Chiefs in crisis ahead of Galaxy clash. Thabo Cele acknowledges Kaizer Chiefs' crisis as they aim to bounce back against TS Galaxy on Saturday at Peter Mokaba Stadium. Chiefs face challenges with centre-back Rushwin Dudley sidelined after surgery and a 3-match winless streak, leaving them 8th in the league table. TS Galaxy sits 4th despite losing their last match, but recently secured wins against Amazulu and Supersport United. Kick-off is at 7 p.m. Chiefs hope to overcome their struggles and restore form in the Betway Premiership. On rugby news, Springbok grade bag RG Snyman to help end Leinster Trophy drought. Leinster runners-up in the last 3 Investec Champions Cup aim to claim the title this season after a strong 2024-2025 start, losing just once. They face Harlequins in the last 16 with high expectations. Former Champions Cup winners Berger believes Springboks lock RG Snyman in exceptional form since joining from Munster will be vital against French clubs later in the tournament. Leinster last lifted a trophy in 2021, winning to the Pro 14. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout the show. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these headlines with us on social media using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show.
Hey family.
Hi.
My name is Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala.
My name is Muketi Maimane.
My name is Musi Miss.
My name is Ketua Ketumgunu.
On the Vooka
Breakfast Show.
Every weekdays from 7 a.m.
to 10 a.m.
This is where we are going to have our topical discussion featuring various experts from different fields.
We're going to take care of you and it's going to be amazing, man. Right now I'm on the set of the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blink-On Network.
Do not forget to subscribe.
That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms.
Vooka.
See you there.
13 minutes past 8, it is the time, and those were your news headlines and sports headlines recap. So if there's anything developing and an update that will come in, we're definitely going to give you those updates. You're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. The hashtag to use is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start of the day, located in the heart of Johannesburg. It is Soweto, Dobsonville. Still Friday morning, getting our mood for the weekend, man. It's still the first week of April, and we know that April we're heading towards what we call Easter weekends and Easter holiday. And you know that we will be broadcasting live at Rain Show. That is on our bucket list for this month. So can't wait to be with you right there and delivering every information that we get live to you. Broadcasting live is what we will be doing. So ladies, are you ready for this one?
I am so ready, Mo. I cannot wait, man. And of course, right here on the show, we will be giving away 2 tickets each day from the 7th to the 11th of this month. So I hope you guys are ready to tune in and engage with us. It's hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Make sure you are subscribed and you have set those notifications so that you can catch us, and then you can stand a chance to join us at the Rand Show, guys. We can't wait to meet you. Abo Hector, abo Elizabeth, Zinzi Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I mean, all
family must just enter
all those who tune in to our show daily. We appreciate and love you guys. But then tell a friend to tag a friend, spread the word far and wide. It's the Vooka Breakfast Show live at the Rand Show, and of course we will be giving away tickets so that you can join us.
Yeah, I can see you blessing them, man.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys,
yes,
you
guys.
know what? Amen. Receive those blessings, man. Speaking of receiving, Hector Takalani just joined in at hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Morning, guys, and happy Friday. And then Hector comes back at hashtag happy birthday to Given Packs from my workplace, CJ Distribution. Definitely, Hector, if you are right in front of Given, right, we would like to say happy birthday to him, man. And check this out.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! Yeah.
That is for Given. Hooray, man. And may his day be filled with everything that he wants and those wishes be granted. Happy birthday once again to your colleague. And then a very good morning, team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugi. And then Hector again come back at happy birthday to my aunt Betty Ntimbane from Dofire Zone 6. Wishing her many, many more years.
Happy birthday! Woo-hoo!
Yes, man.
Hooray!
Yes.
Hooray!
Yes.
Hooray!
Ah, man, a very, very good one right there. Happy birthday to Aunt Betty. And then Tembi Mni coming in at a good morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Amavuga Amahle. Hashtag Sivugi. I'm loving it, man. Keep those hashtags coming and keep that engagement in here with us. And just let us know what you think, man, because today we're going to be joined by two esteemed guests who are on their way. If you're a sports fanatic and if you're a fashion lover, definitely Mr. Lehlohono Lohola will be giving you every information that you need. And speaking about boxing, you can see right there Afriberry getting ready for her. It's the one and only Bernice, the Perja FERREIRA. She will be joining us, just taking us through on her journey of being a boxer and as a woman. Very, very interesting. And definitely you would like to stay tuned for that. Right, Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook, Vooka Breakfast Show Instagram, TikTok. Please do the honors by visiting our social media. Press the follow button, press the subscription button, notification button, the share button. Comment down below. Tell us what you think, because your engagement matters to us. As promised before the break, obviously we know that on our socials when we wake up, there's something that is trending. And I would like to ask you right there at home, what is it that you have found interesting and it is trending right now on your socials? Because I have something to share, man, for the music lovers and for the people who have been in hip-hop and following what has been happening, from the early 2000s, whether it's 1980s, but in the history of hip-hop, because they said hip-hop is dead. But no, man, only the people die. The music doesn't die, right? That is their love and the beauty of music. So today on my socials, guys, the hashtag that is trending is hashtag Boss Zonke Forever. As a hip-hop history is being made today, hashtag Boss Zonke Forever dropped today. So let's run it up for Ricky Rick and keep his name alive. So his album, hashtag Boss Zonke Forever has just dropped. So it speaks to, how hip hop, you know, will live in, how the legacy of one person, man, will continue to live and live, man. So, shout out, man, to the late Ricky Rick. His album just came out, and a lot of people, man, have shown love, man, especially on the socials, that, you know what, man, Ricky is still with us. You know, it shows, man, because we still play some of the music of the musicians who have passed on, man. Whether it's 50 years, 100 years back, that music is still on with us. So right here on Twitter, Ricky Rick's legacy is unmatched. Shout out to all the fans who still bump family values after 10 years. Let's make the most of the new music coming this Friday, which is today, definitely.
You know, I think like one of the best thing that could have happened is when they actually dropped his album on his most greatest initiative, which is Cotton Fest.
Yeah.
Because it's coming up on the 26th.
Yeah.
So imagine if the album dropped on one of the biggest projects that he has ever done, and projects that are still going on right now.
Yeah.
Now that would have marked the greatest legacy that he has ever left in this world by just dropping it on Cotton Fest. But also, even dropping it ahead of Cotton Fest, that's a pretty strategic move from them. And it's very interesting because obviously people know that when they go to Cotton Fest, they'll be expecting the hip hop DJs to be playing his latest album and vibing to the latest jams that were released in his memory.
Yeah, man, definitely. Obviously, this, you know, when Miss Bianca, man, you know, came and announcement to the people that, hey, yo, guys, Ricky's album will be dropping. People are like, what? You know, because Ricky's no longer, man. What music are you speaking about? Because this album consists of 16 tracks. And a lot of people are asking themselves, man, when were those tracks made? Right? Before I read all of the track lists right here on the album so that you can get, you know, yourself for streaming to that music and listen to what Ricky has left us with. Here is some of the ways that Ricky has shared with us when he was still here with us rocking in the hip-hop industry, man.
The main thing is that you just gotta keep listening to the kids all the time. Listen to the kids and make sure that you're following what's happening on the street. Because if you lose touch of what's happening on the street, it's over. The main thing is that you just gotta keep listening to the kids all the time. Listen to the kids and make sure that you're following what's happening on the street. Because if you lose touch of what's happening on the street, it's over.
Yeah, man. If you lose touch with reality, it's over, man. You know, those are some profound ways, man, of the late Ricky, man. So his legacy still continue to be with us. And also, man, obviously you would want to know, man, some of the, you know, track names that are in his album. So the first one is Higher Power. Yo, of course, you might be asking yourself, what is he saying in that track, man? Do make sure that you get yourself in those streaming platforms, man, and listen to this beautiful music that has been dropped. Number 2 is Raindrops. Then we have Never Let Me Down. Tishenga Poster. We all know Tishenga Poster. I hate them talking like, yeah. The Chant, Calling Me Back. Usankumbula. Owami, Rain on Me, and then Emotions, Nia's Interlude, Black Home, Cherished, and also the bonus track Ilanga featuring Kelvin Momo, man. So the music and lifestyle, the memories, Ricky Rick left us a legacy that's untouchable. Counting down to Friday, counting down to today's day is something that people have been looking for. So other people are coming and showing love and saying hashtag RIP Makado. Your legacy continues to live on, man. And your words still echo. Stay shining, stay clean, stay winning, live long, Ricky Rick. That's all I have for you, man. You can just let me know, man, what you think, man, about, you know, some of the music that the musicians have done. And now they're taking stances to say, you know what, because Ricky recorded some of the music and never got released, you know, let's do some honors by appreciating him for what he has done for the industry and release his music. And I hope that AKA, man, has some of those tracks that he left from the side, because we would love to hear some music that he has made for us. But that is all from me, guys. And shout out to Ricky Rick. The legacy still continues. So do you guys have anything that is trending right here? Because, man, you can see, you know, the enthusiast that I have with this guy. Yeah. Do you guys have anything, or are you trending? Nina niya trenda ngokwenu. Nothing is happening on your exes, not your actual ex-boyfriend, but X, the platform. I can see that you guys are getting me wrong there, right? Like there are a lot of things that are trending, guys. Right now, obviously, the hashtag Chillers Punch ambassador is trending and making the headlines, man. On sports, I'm a sports lover, of course. Yeah.
So one thing is that Uzamambata will be joining, I can't say this word, please help me, Shaga. Bro, you know when I say that.
Shaga Ilembe.
Yes. If I said it, you know I'm going to say it wrong.
But it's so simple. Shaga Ilembe.
Eh, probably Ilembe. I always keep the I and say Shaga Ilembe. So hence I asked ukuthi otherwise there will be confusion. So Uzo joiner is season 2 of Shaga Ilembe, and people are pretty excited about that because he recently just exited Ndonle Isita.
Yeah.
I need to see he played the role of Vooka, and then now he's going to Shagelembe. So I'm just wondering which character is he actually going to play, and what enthusiasm and stage presence is actually going to bring to this set, because it's pretty lively, and the people that are there have been doing such a fantastic job of telling the stories. Shaga. So no dlale character kahle kahle, and uzoletha ijana sekwa or
yeah, we will see. We will see. Definitely. I have right there Neliswa Mnuyar. Good morning, family. Sivugile. Zinzi Elizabeth, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning. Zinzi Elizabeth, our own Ricky, stay shining, even though physically he is not with us. R.I.P. Makado, live long.
Yes.
Oh, I got a last one again.
Yeah.
So apparently Chloe Bailey is an essay and is expressing gratitude for the amazing experience she's having.
Eish, aibo. Kaya. Eliphi lelo khaya.
Get that in, because have you ever noticed that once you have African Americans popping in and coming to South Africa, they don't want to leave, man. And it's so funny that what.
That's how you grow your fan base.
Don't laugh at this one.
Motherland. Go to America and say motherland. Go.
Unless I'm a Native American, but unless I'm a Native American, then I can say it's motherland.
What the hell? Yeah.
But yeah, she's in South Africa and is showing appreciation for the amazing vibe that she's having, because South Africa is a vibe. American star Chloe Bailey explores Mzansi. Without a doubt, South Africa is one of the best countries to come for a vacation. It offers almost everything from wildlife, historical places, beaches, and everything you can think of.
I also have another trending story on.
Excuse me.
What's wrong?
Guess who's in the Who? Who's in Achilles? My mixture brings the boys in the
love
yard.
her. I see she's been on her chakra hand vibes these days, living off the land and buying land in Ghana and just living off the grid and gardening. She's getting in touch with nature. I love it.
Plus, I already come with a child, so you have a automatic grandson,
right? All right.
Yeah, definitely. Still, okay, you have something.
Yes. Another trending story on the social media pages is Umam Nyembe, a South African renowned actress who is going through a difficult time at the moment with her health and financially she's struggling. So I would love to read she's she's ukoko ga tiki tiki gugu adulting. And she's that's like her most current role right now. And then so now I would just want to read a post from a Sandile Memela where it's written Cemetery of the Mind. It reads as follows: a very kind of the minister to offer money from his own pocket nogal. This was after, Gayton McKenzie offered to assist Umam Nandi Nyembe in her plight for, for donations. In his deepest heart, Gayton McKenzie is a good man, down to earth and accessible, a pleasant personality. Above all, loving and caring, an active citizen. But sorry, this gesture is not enough. It never will be. We have enough money in this country for artists to get jobs and live well. You only have to look at a quality life of ministers, deputies, chiefs of staff, institutional CEOs, chief directors, and all of those who sit on minister-appointed boards of directors. They live like kings, always first in the queue at gala events, or when it is time to eat. It was Brenda Ngoli not so long ago, moguls who have become multi-millionaires through exploiting the black arts could easily whip out 50K. And they would be praised for that. But how long can 50K carry you? Yes, it is something, of course. It is too little all the same. But artists do not want kindness and pity. They do not need anybody's love or patronage. God has given them talents and skills to save and serve their needs. You can ask Mansingita Singi or Nandi herself or Ngoli herself. All they deserve is the jobs and work opportunities to be paid enough in their lifetime, like Denzel Washington or your Lebu M's, to fend for themselves, to live a decent life. Above all, to be treated with dignity and respect. So Nandi Nyembe in her plight are a symptom of a disease, a manifestation of how this country, the greedy economy and arts sector, sucks you dry and throttles your soul only to throw you out. What is new here and who is next? A country that kills its artists while alive is a cemetery of the mind. Much as every cent helps, we should be ashamed of ourselves. No respect for artists. So I want to know from the Vooka Breakfast Show viewers and listeners, what do you think about the arts and culture industry in South Africa? Do you think it is benefiting those who exist in the space or just the select few? Share your thoughts. It's hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, hashtag Sivugile. Let's hear your thoughts and opinions. Sivugile.
My 2 cents on this one, and people might also say it wrong, so it's a two-part statement, right? The thing that I have about some of these artists who've made it is that sometimes they don't even go back to uplift fellow artists, knowing very well that in the art industry itself, people have been through struggles and struggle like the way they are currently struggling right now. Once they are up and high in the trees where they live in, they forget about the other artists at the root, at the ground level, right? And then when something bad happens to them, now we're supposed to be sympathetic. How shame, agasana mali, masimncedeni. But when you made it, you forgot your fellow artists who were still with you. You have fellow actors in the set who are background, you should background actors. People also trying to make it, but you don't have any space to guide them or teach them about the different things that happen in the industry, what to expect, what not to expect. Yet when you're down and out or you're sick, we are supposed to give back and help you. Where were you when we needed the help?
So you feel like they well-known South African artists are gatekeepers, is that what you're saying?
They are, because let's be honest, we see the same people all the time on TV.
Hashtag Apama donation.
Like seriously.
What do you mean, Mo?
The South African industry is still being gatekept not only by the ministers itself or the fact that they do not support low level or upcoming artists. It's also because even the production teams themselves, even the media companies themselves that are hiring, they don't look for fresh talent. They do not go out there and look for people who have so much potential to be even much more greater than the actors or singers or DJs or poets that we currently have. Art in its own versatility itself does not allow anybody new to even enter the industry itself. There's so bona bo maphorisa abantwana babantu baya bahambisa ukuthi maphorisa yankolota. That's why you saw Cetril getting blacklisted in the industry for calling out people who are major artists in the industry itself.
Yeah.
So before they can even come to us as fellow upcoming artists and ask us for donations, what have they done for us first?
Yeah. I'm gonna come back to that because there's a question here and the statement that we need to address. But I'm going to donate, guys.
Okay.
So I have Hector Takalane, hashtag birthday messages. They don't believe me, guys. One more time, please. Let's wish them again. Given past and birthday, they're thankful, guys. Happy birthday to Given Parks and Given Parks. If you're watching right now, Hector is he's actually honest, man, because we won't just lie about these things. But check this out, man. I have some people who are going to cheer you up right here other than us. There we go.
Happy birthday! Woohoo! Yeah!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray! Oh, man. That is for Given Parks, man. And may the light continue to shine on your life and enjoy the rest of your day ahead. And also, Betty, Auntie Betty.
Happy birthday!
Woohoo!
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Also to Auntie Betty, man, may the light continue to shine on you and may you enjoy the day ahead of you. And also, Hector just said the hashtag on this day, we gain 2 more listeners. Big up,
I love to hear it.
Definitely.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, man. As we gain more followers and listeners, please let them know, Hector, that they stand a chance to win tickets to the Ren show. So they must always keep and stay tuned. What they need to do is to subscribe to the Vooka Breakfast Show. Press the subscription button and the notification button so that whenever we go live every weekday from 7 a.m. up until 10 a.m., they will be notified and join us here. As we talk about a donation, would you donate to an artist who says bona they don't have money anymore, and while they were in the industry they were flourishing fit red carpet, yeah, those dresses pelanina, when you guys have money you wear these dresses. There's this one that they like,
Wow.
That dress goes that way. It's nice. It's nice. Then you are Vela without makeup.
You are full of jokes.
I'm not gigging. I'm not gigging. And then hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show from Refile Rasekhanzo are we don't die, we multiply. Proper words from Ricky Rigman. And then going back to that statement, Manele are in full respect, guys. What is the difference between artist and a ShopRite worker who serves us daily when you go to the store with love? Can you also donate to them? Asking out of respect to Tembi, she's there.
Because you know what?
Like, then you're like, hi, we are.
You know what the funny part is? So besides Uguti One Bachalung Bonala Vooka Breakfast Show, I also work as a waiter. You see what I'm dressed right now.
Yeah.
And these artists,
saving us.
I'm saving you guys, and they don't even have sympathy for us people as waiters. First of all, they downgrade a waiter. And I'm supposed to say donate money to you when you are broke.
It's so
down and out.
They've been mean, like
they are mean. It's like maybe 20% out of the whole 100% of artists in the industry. They feel entitled just because you're an artist means me as a person who's doing my job to serve you. Now you must downgrade me.
Yeah.
And because I know you're an artist, because you know you're an artist, you know that even if I say we say the media is going to take your side, because I carry outside you have a very sweet facade. That's the image that you built. And me as a person who's a South African civilian, if I put out the truth, good to know a restaurant or at events and I'm supposed to serve you. First of all, I don't want to lie. I'm also a fellow artist, and I like to thank God for the fact that I'm still humble. And for a person who's still working as a waiter and have worked as a waiter at a restaurant and at a club, I am grateful for the fact that I can still tip waiters. People forget that this is our livelihoods. As much as we may get a salary, le tšhelete teng a ilo reka le combo ya ko Shoprite mo gong e tla e shorta. Before you can even go out there and say, no, but we must feel sorry for you guys because now you don't have money. What happened? Why don't you save? And then let's leave the advert to work at the savings. Marale save.
Yes.
Sibit.
So what should we do, man? Hashtag breaking news. Tell us what you think right there, because we're speaking about Umam Nandinyembe. So right here with me, I have this statement on the breaking news. But Nandinyembe, heartbreaking appeal for help amid financial struggles and health battles in a deeply emotional interview with Masengeta. Is that one you went through?
Yes.
Yeah, man, because this goes back to Brenda Ngoli, Dr. Malinga, because other people are like, why are these people misusing the money for the donation? It's something that I want to get into, guys. So let's say you are TC and we know you like flashy things, and then yes, it happens, financial struggles, then we donate to you, and then 5 million ihlangene, then you buy your boyfriend a BMW, brand new BMW X5. Should we then have a say on what you are doing with the money or not? Because it literally, after Dr. Malinga went there, because he went back, wow. That cry. You know, I went to the show and prepared, the tears. And
So I was
like,
crying
guys,
crocodile tears.
Who can prepare himself to go and cry on a podcast? So Malinga donated the money. Malinga up and going, resort. There we go, see Malinga, man, resort. Malinga buys his wife a brand new car. So if we're now, maybe for example, because now I'm trying to make it vice versa, if you've donated 12,000 on Malinga, do you have a say on what he does with the money? You donated 12,000. He was broke.
Unfortunately, after a donation, you don't actually quite have a say, right? Hence, I'm saying what I'm saying is that you can donate out of the goodness of your heart. But also be cautious, man. Let's be honest. We've been taken in for rights. May your soul rest in peace. But Solomo Ubila Peta ke brain tumor. Aleko Botswana a perform. And then they wanted us to donate 100K. What happened to the performance fee that you got from there?
Ish. Asas.
You see, some things are very dodge. He fell sick while he was still performing, like he had already performed certain days. What happened to the other performance fee that he got from those certain days? And so fans anyameles diamond kem zete maraksoka kutla barwetsa charity.
Hey bathong ba modimo. Wow.
Like, I'm thinking I'm keeping quiet.
Wow.
No, I'm spitting fire, Fanda.
Hey, man.
Or what's charity?
Hey, guys.
You know, the people are donate to like Bonum Zamumbata, Lamise Holsworth, because these are people that are giving back. They are running charities and they don't even from their pockets. You know, it needs to go back to the fact that some of these actors and people in the industry don't necessarily even, besides giving back to your fellow people, your fellow co-workers, what are you doing to give back to South Africa as a whole?
Yeah.
Some of them are totally not even giving back at all. And then expect that donate. Like, no, man. You know, the other reason why we have so many fake pastors popping up is that we lack common sense.
Yeah. Still on that one, Mam Nandinyembe. Because we know, man, some people were like, Mackenzie's making himself the big man. He has decided to step in, man. Mackenzie steps in to assist struggling actress Nandinyembe. Minister of Sports and Arts and Culture, Gaten Mackenzie, has stepped in to support veteran actress Nandinyembe after she publicly shared her financial struggles. In a direct show of support, Mackenzie requested Nyembe's banking details and pledged to send her financial assistance from his own pocket. And it's something that I am not speaking of, Nje. So I'm just going to play a clip where Mackenzie himself, the Minister of Sport, speaking with Mam Nandinyembe on a video call, talking, whatever business they were talking. So this is the video of Mackenzie speaking to Mam Nandinyembe.
Mama. How are you?
I'm alright, thanks and you, Gaten.
Oh, good. I've heard the bad news, man. The things are not going well at the moment.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, but I'm fine.
Is it?
I'm surviving.
No, thank you. I'm in Cape Town. Please give that young lady there that is there, give her your bank details, not somebody else.
Okay.
This is not a ministry. This is Kapiliaka. This is just from me, Mama.
Okay, Mama.
Yes, it's not from the ministry. I see Chelta government. Kita tlo bona in 2 weeks. Maar kita romela ntwenya. E ka o tshwarang fela until ke fita man. So for 2 weeks. Equale fela. Until ke fita na. Until ke fita. Ha ke fita. Kita lukisa dintho wohle kaofela. Maar for now, tshwara fela so move yone ke etse before ra votela ko parliamenting. Ta go check.
Votela.
Ube one side for the dumpling in nama. I can fit a money. The rata nama.
Yes.
Oh.
Ice cream for dessert.
Ala. What do I call family fella? Kile wile mama ne. Utabwali when tiki. And then in tiki you must work out the package. How are we going to help our mother? All right. Thank you.
Okay, Minister. Thank you.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
Aish. Our minister, I love this guy.
Complain. First of all, there's so much bragging. Was it necessary for him to take a video footage of him doing that? Because, it's another thing that I also have a problem with people doing philanthropic work.
Yeah.
You say you are supporting a person, mar onyago brega jo. And then number two, banaba me obagay. Why ba samu support?
Bruh, it's not even Banaba Meona. Like what Gayton is trying to do right now is showing that as he is the minister, he's stepping in and
Stepping up.
What is stepping in and stepping up for the artists who are struggling right now.
No, let's go
Showing
back. Let's
support.
go back again.
So showing
how many upcoming artists have wrote to Gayton
Arts and Culture
McKenzie
Department
complaining about them not having funding? And Asoka poster, guys, in Dumelang, so I'm gonna send you money to support you. Yeah.
But I think this it will sound unfair. But let's look at what legacy Mamnandi has paved for the industry.
We
know that yes, there are people who are upcoming. Yes, man, build your profile, come in. Then if you become like Mamnandi, definitely the minister will hit you with a video.
You know where this comes back to the whole situation Yaga Nsiki Mazwai when he attacked Gayton for choosing his own people to go and represent South African authors.
Yeah.
There was not a formal processing or formal application on the website stating that, hey, South African authors, you can apply here to stand a chance to go here and there. Was that even done? It was not done. There is so man, corruption in South
He's
Africa.
a good guy, man.
Good guy, my foot.
He's a very good,
My foot.
minister. I won't lie, man. Because we've never seen, no. I mean, those ones you can go to Yelp. What? No, not Yelp. You can go where you complain,
Hello,
complain
Peter.
No, Hello Peter's the right
okay,
one.
I have a comment from Hector. Hector hashtag artists are like money. Once the money is finished, we don't care many more about them. Because truly speaking, they don't care who we are. So why we care about them? I can't donate.
Never.
And then Mr. Are, a very fair point Afriberry is raising, but not truly factual, right? Rosina Oliphant, Are, Mackenzie does not have to donate. If he was doing his job properly, he wouldn't have to. No one wants to ask for donations. But when last did Mamnandi work and why? We have the NFVF. Why? That is the question being asked. Banele Are, but minister must shoot video because what if Soli donated but didn't publicize it?
Yes.
Right? Okay, Musi and then comes back. Just because we don't see or hear about artists and their charity or philanthropic work means not that it's not being done. Many well-known artists and entertainers give back and help out behind the doors. And then Hector comes back and says, guys, we also need to donate for Musi. He is sick. I didn't see Definitely didn't see that one coming, man. But yeah, hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use right there. Just let us know what you think, man, because this is a heated topic. Should we, donate to the artists who are struggling financially, as we see Mam Nandi asking for support?
Yes.
Right. And definitely, I think she needs the support that we can give her, guys. So I have the banking details here that you can donate. Mang. Portia.
She is a well-known female South African footballer who's done so many things for Banyana Banyana. There was a point in time where she was also asking for donations. Where was the minister there?
Did she win the World Cup?
But does it matter?
Did Mam Nandi win an Oscar or a Grammy?
Substance. You know, if right now we have athletes, Akani Simbine, we had Ghana, who's the swimming lady. She changed her surname. I know her as Natalie Tutoit. No, the recent one, man, Shoemaker. I think, yeah, but she changed her surname. she changed her surname to Smith right now, right?
Okay.
So these are the people, man. When she says I need donation, we must stand up, because she went there and represented us, man. And done a very good job. Well, now you're upcoming, but
how about
you just shot?
What are you
look
saying?
at what Portia Modise has done for Banyana Banyana. Have you seen she shaped what we have as female football in South Africa. You're getting
very riled up, like you're doing it on purpose.
At this moment, and I'm doing.
Guys, you can't want donation with a budget. With a budget that you shot a film with a budget of 120 rand. The next thing you're saying, hey, the minister is not doing. Like I understand.
The reason you have, they arguing that the reason that the people only have 120 rand to film that is because there is there's not enough opportunities for funding for projects.
And it's not like the money is not there, man. It's not like the money it's not there, because in all honesty, if Gaten government in some he wouldn't be able to say, I'm mata from my account.
Ice cream.
Ice creaming dombolo lapo.
Yeah, but I was going to share their banking details. I don't know if they will allow me here so that we can donate. I have them. I will donate something that I have. Maybe 50,000. But Musi, Hector comes back. Okay, and thanks, TK. Musi and Banele, we honestly can't compare shop-right workers with artistry. I don't think the analogy applies. Hector comes back. I'm serious, guys. Musi is dying. Donate flu pack. Rosina Oliphant, can you please have artists both in front and behind the camera? When the world was locked down during COVID, who kept people sane? That's the question. How do you survive if you only work once a year? That is a question. And then it comes back, Musi Misar. And the truth is, society cares not about the art, whether or not an artist is doing well. Vintage Concept comes back. It's easy to have a biased opinion when you're not in the limelight. Be careful of displaying personal feelings as factual information. Failed artists always have a problem with donating.
Sure. Afriberry.
No, I haven't made it. Donating, it's not a problem. But the problem is, can we also shine the lights on upcoming artists?
Yeah.
Yes, they have not. It's understandable. But if you didn't catch the point, hence you're also stating that. But sometimes you need to read in between the lines. If you can't read, get a binocular. So,
wow.
It's all about making sure that the art itself survives. What I'm trying to raise is that there's so many things that could be done in the world of art. But art itself is not being treated fairly. The country or the people or the people at the top only remember us artists, whether down, middle, center, or top or top, they only remember us when they need something from us.
Yeah.
The art is an industry on itself, so we need our government to plunge in more money in art, sports, and recreation.
Yeah.
It's not even about art only. We also have sports athletes there who are also sometimes struggling to make ends meet. So as a sector, us ourselves, running is an art. I need to learn how to breathe properly, pace my breathings. So we need the support that the government needs to give us. Whether I'm a low-level artist, middle center, or a well-established artist, we need the support from the industry itself. So donating is not a problem. You can donate. Umam Nandi is a beautiful person. I love her. But what I'm saying is that we need their help.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. The minister will give us a video call, speak to us and take us on a date and donate it to whatever he has, because he stated that it's not the government's money. It's mine, Mam Nandi. So don't worry. 6 minutes till we hit 9 o'clock. You're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. The hashtag to use is hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. As promised, that we're going to be joined by guests, and one of our guests has just come in right now on the sports blog. So after the break, we're going to be joined by BERNICE, the Beja FERREIRA. So what I need you to do right now is to grab that cup of coffee and stay tuned, because after this break, we are going straight into the conversation with her. 3 minutes until we hit 9 o'clock, and you're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. And you know that the hashtag to use right here is the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Before the break, we were looking at what is trending on our social media, and we found some of the interesting things that we were discussing right here. And one of the ones that had made it to the top was Mam Nandi, with her financial struggles. So the question stated that should we donate to artists when they don't have money? And should we now look at the lifestyle they were living before, they got into the financial struggles? So definitely what I need you to do right now is to fix those hashtags by commenting down below. Remember that we're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook. So what I need you to do go on Facebook, press the follow button, comment down below and tell us what you think. And also on YouTube, you can post down your comment on the comment section right there. And also Instagram, TikTok, we are Vooka Breakfast Show. On X, it's at Vooka Daily. So, as promised, right here that we're going to be bringing you the one and only BERNICE, the badge, FERREIRA. Just join in. So, what I need you to do is to fix those questions, because a lot is about to be discussed here on the table as she is here. But of course, Musi just came in as TK was speaking that, hey, donate. I see the donation worked because Musi is right here. with
So quickly, already. The donation came through, I got the medication, and I'm healthy and I'm good to go.
The power of social media.
I mean,
the power of social media.
But also, let's try to make it more specific. This is the power of the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Definitely.
Brought to you by the Blink-1 Network. What really promises to be your favorite rendezvous each day or on a daily basis, weekdays between Monday and Friday.
Definitely.
And between the hours of 7 and 10. Couldn't be happier to be in your presence. It is a Friday morning, the 4th of April. And we learned earlier this morning that it is the 94th day of the year. Very, very close to hitting the 100-day mark. And I'm happy to be in your company. More, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know that I always say this whenever we're experiencing this. The weather is absolutely horrible and I'm hating it like no one's business.
Yeah.
I'm completely and utterly hating it. It's rainy, it's wet, and it's cold. And, I don't know, but there are some people who do enjoy it. But other than that, you can also keep on engaging with us across all our social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and the rest of the team here can connect, interact, and communicate and share all our thoughts and everything else in between. The time right about now is 9 o'clock on the dot on a Friday morning. And seated right next to me is the one and only BERNICE. And I was telling her off camera that I was actually bummed more 2 weeks ago when electricity was just not on our side.
Yeah.
Mother Nature was not doing the things like the son of Mother Nature. And you also didn't come through for us. But anyway, God willing, we are here today this morning and she's right here next to me in studio.
Yeah.
Welcome, BERNICE.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. We really appreciate you taking the time. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So the one thing I am going to ask is that we try to speak as close to the mic as we can. And we're really going to try and have a very cool conversation. Like I said, I was really absolutely looking forward to having someone like yourself in studio, because the reason is you're the absolute first person we've had here who is a boxer. So the last time we had a martial artist. If I right, am I right? Well, we had someone who's very well versed in the spaces of martial arts, a sensei, right? And so this morning you are the absolute first person we've had to be in the boxing spaces.
Yeah.
So for me, more that deserves like a come on.
Because you are a boxer, I want to give you the right introduction. I watch a lot of boxing, man. So I think we're going to go like this. Standing in the yellow corner.
Yes, sir.
And the female junior lightweight champion, the one and only
Gauteng champion.
Gauteng female junior lightweight champion, BERNICE, the Badger, FERREIRA.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
A very good morning to you once again. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm super grateful for this opportunity. It'll be my first time on a show like this, so it's quite as important to me as it is to you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling good, man. I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. Excited for the conversation.
Yeah.
There we go. We're also excited to have you, actually.
Yeah,
like we said, this is me personally is my first time sitting down and having a one-on-one conversation, or rather not a three-way conversation with someone who's in the boxing space, and to actually find out that you're the Gauteng champion.
Hey,
sheesh, man, I can't wait to get into that. I can't wait to get into it. So before we get to where you are now, let's start and try to find out about who BERNICE is. Where did BERNICE grow up, and how did BERNICE grow up, essentially, and to finally find yourself getting where you are now as a Gauteng champion?
Okay. I was born and bred in Vrededorp, Vitas.
Okay.
I've stayed there probably my whole life. I've recently only moved to Claremont, which is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Just like a few kilometers apart.
Yeah.
I've basically been boxing my whole life, on and off. The first gym I can remember going to was in Vitas, right next to my grandmother's house. I was about 6 years old. I didn't compete yet, but then I moved over to kickboxing in primary school, where I did pretty well. Not selected. What's the word? I qualified to go overseas for the World Championship, but I couldn't go because of funding, right? So that demotivated me. I ended up giving up kickboxing and not doing anything for a few years. And then in high school, I went back to boxing. Also another gym, Higenote, close to my house in Fitas, in Brixton actually. And there I was training on and off for many, many years. As an amateur, I had like 2 or 3 amateur fights. But because there's not a lot of females in the sport, I couldn't get a lot of fights. So I also got demotivated. Hence, I was on and off. And then eventually I realized like I'm getting old. And if I want to make something in boxing, I need to do it now. So I decided to turn pro. I struggled to get my pro license because I didn't know where or how or where to start or, you know. So I struggled to navigate my way to finding my pro license. Eventually, I got it because of a friend that said that guided me to how to apply and whatever. And then I got my license. I didn't have a manager or a gym or anything like that. I just thought, well, I have my license. I want to fight. Let me fight. And I didn't get any fights for like a whole year. I didn't fight. Yeah. That was a big struggle for me. Then, by divine intervention, I would say, BSA connected me to Colleen McOsland, who has now played the role of my manager ever since. And I've had 7 fights since then. So I'm super grateful to her and obviously for BSA connecting me with her. And now things are happening, man. I'm moving up on the ladder. My ratings are going up nicely. I'm winning titles along the way. So I'm super happy.
Wow. Yeah, man. Interesting, man.
Very completely. But what piques my interest for now, Mo, is what year was this where you didn't get any fights at all completely?
2023.
This is 2 years ago.
Yes.
I'm thinking you'll say like before COVID or like close to COVID or something like that. This is 2 years ago.
Yeah. So during COVID, I was struggling to get my license.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And then 2022,
when the world started opening up again.
I got my license. The whole 2023, I didn't fight at all, but I had my license. And then 2024, I had 5 fights.
Okay.
No, I'm lying. 2022, I didn't have any fights. 2023, I had 5 fights. 2024, I only had 1 fight last year.
Yeah.
And now this year, I've had 1 fight so far.
But now as a boxer, you know, going through the whole year without a fight, you know, what's the process like? Do you keep on training or, you know?
It's the worst thing to be in. Because like you guys mentioned earlier, how do you live if you only work once a year? Right?
Man.
So last year, I've only had 1 fight. And it wasn't even a big fight. So it wasn't even like big cash or something that can carry me through the whole year.
Yeah.
So it's a tough situation. What we do is, obviously, you have to keep training. You can't not go to gym because a fight can come up at any time. You have to stay ready, not get ready, right? So it's tough because now you need petrol money to get to gym. You need money for proper food so that you have the energy to be able to gym. Excuse me. You need supplements to maintain your physical body because, I mean, you're draining yourself every single day to make sure that you're ready for a fight. And other than the basic cost of living, you know what I mean? So it's a tough situation, but luckily I have some support there. And we give fitness classes at night by Muscle Zone Gym. It's called Gloves of Thunder, the boxing section.
Gloves of Thunder.
Yes.
I see.
It's at the Muscle Zone Gym in Northcliffe Hill at Los Arcos Center. So we give fitness or boxing class, boxer-sized classes there in the evenings. And then we have like a half-day job where we work in a bakery baking rusks.
Nice.
Right. So in the mornings, we'll go to gym until about 11 or 12. And then we'll go to the bakery and bake until about 4 or 5. And then we'll go to Muscle Zone and give class until about 7. And that's how we survive, by that other extra money.
So now, you know, you're going through these situations and scenarios where you're almost demotivated into, you know, continuing your career. And then just let me know what's going on in your mind when you're now transitioning to boxing. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, from kickboxing.
Well, in kickboxing, I was basically just outboxing my opponents anyway. They used to warn me that I'm not kicking enough. I need to kick. It's kickboxing.
It's a combination of the two.
So I guess it was easy for me to transition to boxing because boxing is in my blood. My dad was a boxer. My mom tells me stories of when I was like 2 years old. I can't remember, obviously, but apparently I was shouting at the side of the ring to my dad while he's fighting.
Man.
So I've been born into boxing, I guess you can say.
So it's very interesting that you mentioned it, because I was about to ask Mo that where does the inspiration come from? So I'm assuming it's from your dad. This is something that's in the family.
Yes, mostly my dad, but also my mom. My mom did karate.
Wow.
She had her second dan, which means like a second black belt. So she could have been an instructor or a sensei. So she also she's very competitive, a lot of fight knowledge. So she's my biggest supporter. She's been at every tournament that she can be at.
Yeah.
My dad is the provider, so he's always been at work and, doing the manly stuff. But my mom is always there on the side of the ring every single time.
Yeah.
And she, like I said, she's got a lot of fight IQ, so she gives me good advice. Between the two of them, I think I am where I am right now.
You have great people in your corner. I can imagine, more like growing up in a family where you're absolutely completely surrounded and inspired by people who are in the house on a day-to-day basis with you and who have so much knowledge and information with regards to fighting and stuff like that.
The funny thing is, when I was born, they both stopped competing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's not like I grew up watching them fight.
Oh, I see.
When I was young, apparently my dad was still fighting, but I can't remember that. You know what I mean? So it's not like we go home and we're all in the sparring ring together, the whole family, like a whole family thing. It's not like that. But I do feel like I'm giving my parents kind of a new life by boxing or accomplishing things in boxing, because I can see the light sharpening in their eyes by watching me and following me and supporting me. And I feel like maybe I closed their doors on them in their time, when it was their time, because I came to this world. So I feel like I kind of owe it to them to make something of it, because they could have both had their own great careers respectively, and then I came along, so the least I could do is have a great career in honor of them.
So now looking at debuts, before we go into boxing, because you both had your debut days on kickboxing and boxing, so let's track it back to kickboxing. How did it go? Were you nervous? Were you looking forward to the fight because you knew you could kick? Or was it a case that I don't know what I'm doing here?
I'm a very competitive person and I love sports, all types of sports. So I was quite young when I did kickboxing, but I joined because one of my cousins was doing kickboxing. So I was inspired by her. And I had a lot of fun, man. It was great. In kickboxing, you go through like in the amateurs, they call it a round robin. So if you win, you go through to the next round. Whoever loses falls off. So you would have like 5-6 fights in a day to win that weight category. So that was amazing, and I just fell in love with the sport because it was so active and it was very competitive, and my parents were very proud of me. So it just made sense to me to just keep going with that. And then when I transitioned into boxing, now I didn't get any fights. Where I'm so used to getting 4, 5, 6 fights in one day. Now I'm going to all the tournaments and I'm not even getting matched.
Oh, I see. I see. I mean, and it's part of some of the things that I want you to ask, that now as a professional, since you've transitioned to professional boxing now, as a young lady upcoming on the ranks and stuff like that, what are some of the challenges that you personally have come across, that you've found in the sport, and just in general for boxers, or specifically for female boxers? What are some of the challenges that you can say, going through this, that, and the other? When I'm in the ring, I face this, or when I'm in training, I face that, or the stigma and the stereotypes that might come with being a young female boxer in the sport?
Okay. I think if you speak to any female boxer, they would say that we don't get enough fights. That's the biggest challenge that we have. And I feel like it's been changing a little bit over the past year or two. Maybe Mr. McKenzie will make a big change.
Definitely.
Fingers crossed.
He's made a lot of big promises, and he came through on a few of them. Not all of them yet, let's say yet. So I'm feeling very hopeful for the future. I'm looking at how things have been changing. But definitely the biggest challenge for females is not enough fights, and what also goes hand in hand is that there's not enough females that box. So you end up fighting the same opponents all the time because there's no other females to fight.
I see. But do you think that the sport still has this thing where it's a boys' club, it's a manly man world,
Absolutely.
and females are still like, guys, you guys can't box as good as we can.
Definitely, there's definitely big inequality, gender inequality in boxing, and like I said, it's been changing a little bit, but it's still not equal. Like there'll be, let's say, on one tournament there'll be, let's say, 8 fights. And there'll be 7 male fights and only 1 female fight.
Wow.
That's not fair. I mean, come on, we're also trying to make it out here.
Yeah,
in life.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then another thing is the purse money. So if, let's say a 6-rounder for a male get X amount for the 6-round fight, and the females get Y amount. Why? It's both 6-rounders. We're both working hard to win this fight. We're both putting in the same amount of work, going through the same stuff, putting your body through the same things, going through the same mental issues, whatever, to get to that fight. Same 6-rounder, but why the guy is getting paid more and the girls are getting paid less? You know what I mean? That's another struggle for females in boxing.
Yeah.
What else do we face? Just inequality, man. Gender inequality is the biggest thing.
In terms of training, is there any difference where, as myself, as Musi, I would go in the ring and go to training on a day-to-day basis? Are there any differences that you do in terms of the training regimes and styles that you go through, and
not at all.
Could we go through the same things
exactly
and train the exact same way you and I?
The same way.
Yeah.
So in our gym at Mokosland Boxing Management, we train in Kibble Park. We have about 4 girls and maybe like 8 to 10 men. But we all do exactly the same thing. If we're running a 10K, we're all running a 10K. It's not like, okay, now the girls can only run 8 and the guys must run 10. The only time that I think they separate the females and the males is when we run for time. So sprints. Because men have more power. I mean, it's a fact. Men have more power than females. So you can drive more than females, which is, I mean, that's just the honest fact. So if we do sprints, you'll say, okay, the men you have 4 minutes to get there and the females have 3.5 minutes to get there. Or other way around. Sorry, the females have 4 minutes, the men have 3.5 minutes. That's the only distinction.
Okay.
Other than that, we do exactly what they do. If they do 500 push-ups, we must do 500 push-ups.
Yeah.
If they punch the bag for 12 rounds, we must punch the bag
Same
for 12
thing.
rounds.
Yeah.
No difference. That's why I'm saying we're putting in exactly the same work as you. Why do you get paid more than us? It's not fair.
Still in conversation with BERNICE FERREIRA right here. So what you can do is you can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show to post your questions right there on the comment section. I can see there are some questions for you. So from Spin City, he's saying congratulations on your achievements, BERNICE. Truly inspiring, especially the community work. It shows you love people. So the question is, so what discipline do you apply mentally and physically to your life?
Mentally, I've learned that consistency is key. If you want to achieve something in any avenue that you take, you have to be consistent. You have to do the same thing every day until you get to the end, until you get to the top, to where you want to be. So consistency is a big challenge for everyone mentally. It's something that you have to dig deep and find in yourself and just ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Like, is this something that I really want? And if the answer is yes, then you got to do what you got to do to get what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So mentally, it's more of a self-motivation type of thing where I have to keep reminding myself that this is my last shot. If I don't make it this time, I'm not going to make it. You know what I mean? I'm not getting younger. So mentally, that's a big struggle for me, but I work on that every single day. And physically, you just get tired, man. Like physically exhausted and fatigue. That's why you need to rest. Recovery is just as important as training. So you do need recovery time in between, and obviously supplements like magnesium and all of that to help your body recover faster. I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, definitely. Spin City will come back, and hope to hear from you that you are answered. And then Banele says, since there are not many women in the boxing world here in SA, do you think you would be open to fighting a trans woman who would be interested in being in the ring with you if the chance arose?
Man, I don't have anything against trans women, but I do feel that it's unfair. It's like a woman fighting a man, essentially.
Yeah.
So I do feel it's unfair, but I'm not scared. I'll take on any fight.
Come on,
a man, a woman, it doesn't matter.
Come on, Denise. Come come on. You know, I think the reason Manele is asking that is that it's quite a huge debate right now all over the world, right? Men transitioning to women and wanting to be involved in women's sports, and vice versa. Women transitioning to men and wanting to be involved in men's sports. Because we found that there are women who say, sure, I don't mind fighting a man who's transitioned, and then there are women who will say, no, that's not fair.
Yeah.
This person is still a man.
Yes.
You know, so it's quite controversial even in the space. And now to find that there aren't too many women in the sports, especially in South Africa, do you find that it makes it difficult for you guys to try and rank yourselves as to how far you've come in your improvement? Because you mentioned that time and time again you keep on fighting the same person because there aren't too many of you in the space, right? So do you find that it prohibits your ability to rank yourself as to how far you've improved and you've progressed?
Yes, I get you. So I do feel like I haven't faced the same opponent twice yet in my career, but a lot of my teammates have in the past, like say the past 5 to 10 years. So that's why I know so recently things have been changing. There is a lot more girls coming into the sport right now, but I do feel like because there's so little women in boxing, it doesn't restrict your progress, but it's kind of like our standard in this country is on this level, right? And you're fighting everyone in our country, and you're the best. Yeah. Okay, great. Now you feel like you're the man because you're beating everyone. As soon as you go international, you realize that there's a whole nother standard. You're not the best.
That you haven't tapped in.
You know what I mean? So I would like more quality female boxers in our country. So maybe at the grassroots level, develop the females better. Yeah. Because we want good fights. Yeah. Like, that's another reason why I feel like the men looks down upon the women in the sport, because we don't box as well. Yeah. Which is true. We don't. Most of the females can't box well.
Yeah.
It's true.
Definitely.
I can imagine.
I mean, with what you're speaking about grassroots, it's something that, every time when we have someone who is, participating in any sports, out there, they speak about how they're in the grassroots, the support is not given as much. Because now, if you look at soccer, yes, they're going to complain that we need these young players. But when you look at grassroots, there's no support. There's no one to give a hand and to support these one to come and become the pros that we see today, right? So we just hope that will change. And then Hector Takalani coming on YouTube asking that, so how long do you recover after the fight?
I want to just go back to, I'll answer this question right now. I just want to go back. So I've realized that there's a lot more females joining the pro boxing world right now, right? But because there was no grassroots level support, they were never in amateurs. So they get to some are now professional, but they can't even box. They've never had that foundation from the amateur level. A lot of them, not all of them. There's a lot of females that did have a great amateur career, like 100 and something fights with only 1 or 2 losses. Wow. That is the grassroots level that I'm talking of. That boxer, when she transitions to professional, she's going to be good.
She knows her stuff.
She's got experience.
Yeah.
But because there's no females in the amateur world, there's no development. Then they just decide, I'm going to go pro because I want money. Now you can fight, but you can't box. So you keep losing, but you keep staying in boxing because you want the money. See what I'm saying? Then now someone like me, for instance, I keep fighting those people and I keep winning. And I feel like I'm the man. I keep winning. I'm the best. Then when I get to international, I lose like bad. And then I can't understand what happened. I was so good and then I suddenly lose. It's because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, going back to the question. Yeah. What was the question again?
So the question is, how long do you
recover
recover after the fight?
So in our gym, we have a rule: after a fight, you only get 7 days off. Because after 12 days, your body starts losing what you've been training.
Yeah.
So you only right. So after 7 days, you have to go back to the gym. And sometimes you cheat. Sometimes you take like 10 days but 12 days max. Then you have to go back. Because I promise you, if you go back after 12 days, you're gonna feel it.
But what do you mean you lose the things that you've learned?
So not you lose what you've learned. Your body
relaxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, if you've been training to be fit and for 12 days you just do nothing, by day 13 you won't be fit anymore.
Really?
Well, not as fit, let's say that. Obviously you'll still have some of it, but you start losing it now. Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
That's why consistency is key. You have to train every day and maybe have one day in between as recovery, one day of the week.
Yeah.
Not one day, train one day, rest one day, train
No. One day in a week.
Train 6 days, rest one day. Train 6 days, rest one day. That one day is your recovery.
So can I do 3 and then rest?
And
then do
again.
another 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect.
I see.
Recovery is important. You have to recover. Otherwise, you're going to get injuries. You're not going to perform. Sometimes you feel like you're not performing as well as you should, and then you want to push harder.
Yeah.
When in actual fact, you need to just cut back a little bit and recover. Then when you go back, you'll be excellent form again.
So in boxing, what are the most common injuries that the boxers get?
For me, my hands, my knuckles. Every time after I fight, my hands are sore and swollen and blue. I think.
Don't you guys
jaw-
protect yourself?
You do wear wraps and all of that.
Yeah.
But it's still like,
Sore.
yeah. Every time I fought, my hands were sore afterwards. And also
man.
my jaw. If I eat a few punches, my jaw afterwards for the next week after the fight, my jaw is sore if I chew. I have a lot of bumps on my head most of the time. Nosebleeds. I'm sure a lot of boxers have broken noses.
Of course.
Sometimes a lot of boxers transition into boxing from another sport because they have an injury, like a knee injury, for instance. A lot of rugby players become boxers after they've had a knee injury. So knees are also quite a big thing in boxing. What else? Yeah, shoulders. A lot of dislocated shoulders. Yeah.
Eish.
Like more, this is fascinating for me.
It is.
You know,
It is,
because
man.
it's one thing watching someone on TV or having the privilege to go into the stadium or the arena and watch it live, but it's something else actually sitting next to the person and hearing all of these things that the person goes through as the athlete. You know, yeah. So what do you find that are some of the misconceptions that are there specifically for female athletes? Even outside of the boxing spaces, like that, female athletes do this or they don't do that, or when we're on tour as a team and these female athletes they want to do this or they say that. What are some of those misconceptions that you found maybe personally?
I don't know. I think a lot of people think that females are weak when it's that time of the month. And I mean, you can't escape that.
Yeah.
That's nature. It just happens. But for some females, that's a problem. But for most females that I know, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't change anything.
It doesn't slow them
for
down.
For me personally, it doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
That's a misconception. Also, a lot of females think that if you can throw your hands, you're a boxer. Or not just females, just people in general.
In general, yeah.
They think if you can fight, you're a boxer, and it's not the same. Boxing is an art. It's not just fighting. It's not just throwing hands and
I mean, I
beating
can
someone
attest
up.
to that because there was this celebrity boxing edition because we thought the way they were training, they were going to
With
give
Big
us a match.
Zulu.
Until we saw Casper flying his
all
head.
those guys,
He was like this on the air.
You see, he can't box,
yeah.
but he thinks he can fight. So we went into the boxing ring. But you can see a big difference between
someone who's been
proper
doing it
boxing
for a while
and just fighting or brawling.
Yeah.
They were brawling. There's a big difference. So that's also a big misconception.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean because you can fight, you can box.
Yeah.
Do you
Boxing
find
is
that
an art.
Do you find that people who've found out that Bernice is a boxer and Bernice can box like no one's business, do they have this thing where they want to, I guess for lack of a better word, challenge that about you? Or people just treat you like, oh no, Bernice is a cool person, I grew up with her, and or Bernice is someone I know in the streets, or I come to the bakery and I see Bernice there, or do they treat you like, nah man, I want to see how good Bernice is?
Yeah. The males are like that. It's so funny. It's like they feel threatened or something. The males are like that. A lot of them are like, oh, you say you can fight a man, so let's fight.
Yeah.
The females aren't like that. The females are very supportive of each other, and the females in my team, I say, all of us look after each other and we help each other and we support each other. But the gents, gents are hectic.
They always want to test you. I can imagine.
Each other
I can imagine.
So
man.
the Benjamin, how did the nickname come?
I thought about it for a long time,
Yeah.
While I was trying to get my pro license, obviously I was thinking ahead, like, what is my name going to be?
Yeah.
What am I going to wear? How will people see me?
Is
what
it
am
a
I
thing though
standing
to have
for?
a name? Like a Bernice, aka...
Yeah, your ring name. They call it your ring name.
Okay.
It's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought about it for long. I thought about something that will maybe flow with my surname or flow with my name or I thought about like the ferocious FERREIRA, something that has a nice ring to it. And the bakery that we work at, our boss, her name's Auntie Vanessa, she also has another company called Badger Logistics.
Okay.
So I saw that logo and I realized, but badgers are like the toughest animal in nature. And Bernice the badger has a nice ring to it. And I feel like I'm super tough, so it suits. And then I just chose
it has a
that
nice
one.
ring to it, like an alliteration thing to Bernice the badger.
The badger.
Yeah, man, I
And-
can
and
imagine.
Speaking of nicknames, taking it back, I think it was last month, you were fighting the anaconda, right?
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, Bukiwe no Nina.
That's it.
Right. And then during the press conference, you said Galerina is the biggest stage you've ever fought in.
That's
like,
right.
just walk me through that, man. Why did you say, it was the biggest stage you've fought in? Or was it the first time you were fighting on that stage?
It was my first time fighting on that stage specifically, but all my previous fights, the one was in Showe, in KZN, a really small local town with like a hall. It wasn't like a big stage with a lot of media. It wasn't on TV or anything like that. And then the second fight was in Cape Town, also just a small local hall that they used. No media or anything. All my fights. On the third fight, I think, was in the Eastern Cape against Jamani. That was quite a big fight. There was good media coverage. It was on SABC Sport Live. They made a cool promo video. So that was the biggest stage until I got to the Galleria, which was even bigger. Like all the media companies was there.
Oh, wow.
There was like hundreds of photographers. It was quite overwhelming because I've never
Sport was also there.
Exactly. I've never been on a bill where there's so much media around you all the time. So for me, it was quite a big deal, and I felt super grateful and humbled to be on that stage.
But does that change you, man, from fighting to a place where there's no media? Now there's a big broadcasting companies, covering your fight. Does that change, how,
the mindset?
the mindset.
It does make me feel like, okay, I'm busy making it now. Mama, I made it.
Yeah, come on, man.
I know that there's a lot more or other bigger stages still waiting on me, but it makes me feel good knowing that I'm getting there. Like the stages are growing, the media coverage is growing. I'm heading up into the rankings. Like it just makes me super excited and grateful of the future.
Yeah. So now, but having mentioned now that you are slowly coming up on the ranks, right? And you're slowly being recognized. And now you are the junior champion of Gauteng, right? How do you then cope and deal with losses and setbacks? Like you mentioned, like I'm sure, and I'm assuming here, and I stand to be corrected, but one of the setbacks that you experienced was not fighting for a year. So how do you deal with those setbacks and losses, and what keeps you going, and saying, you know what, I'm not giving up, I'm still going to do this, and I'm going to get where I want to?
Right.
Yeah.
So what keeps me going, as I said before, is I have to remind myself, why am I here? Why am I doing this? And the biggest reason is to make my parents proud. Like to give back to them for whatever I've taken from them. You know what I mean? And obviously to make myself proud. Like I know in my heart I'm a champ. I'm a world champ.
Man.
I know it. But I need something to show to myself. I am a champ. You know what I mean? So that also motivates me a lot, to prove to myself that I can make it. I can make it before I'm too old. And also the fact that I'm getting older, that also keeps me on track, because I know I can't mess around this time. I've been messing around my whole life. On and off, knowing that I can make it, but also not now. You know what I mean? So now, it's now or never. If I quit now, then I'm never going to be a world champion. Then for the rest of my life, I'll regret saying I could have, or I should have,
or I would have.
You see, I don't want that. I don't want that, because I lived with that for a few years. Obviously being demotivated and not doing what I wanted to do, and just pushing forward with something else. And I felt like I'm not living, man. I felt dead inside, like my soul isn't thriving. And boxing gives me that. Boxing makes me flourish. So I want to stay in boxing for as long as I can and go as high as I can. And once I'm done, I want to be able to say, damn, I made it. I'm proud of myself.
I made it.
That's it. That's what keeps me going. Even when there's no fights, I'm like, you got to push. You're going to make it. You got to push.
Definitely.
Because now the mindset has changed. I want you to take me back to the fight that you had with Bukiwe. Like the preparation, what goes on in your mind? Because you took the female junior lightweight
title on her. So what is the mindset? Like, what is the preparation going in? What is on your mind when you're preparing for that fight?
So I didn't win the title from Bukiwe. I won the title from what was her name? Huh?
Sinesipho.
Yeah, Sinosipho Mve.
Sinosipho Mve.
That's the one.
Yeah,
I won the
Mve.
title from her last year in June.
Yeah, June 2024,
Yeah.
last year.
Then after that, that's the only fight I had in that whole year.
Or until the recent one you mentioned.
Until now in
Yeah.
with Nonina. So the Gauteng title fight was amazing. Obviously I knew I was going to win because I know I'm a champ and I put in all the work and whatever. And then that came and it went and I got the title and then nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then I was so bummed. Like, what the hell? Things are supposed to happen now because I'm the champ.
you're the
Like,
champ,
why is
yeah.
nothing happening?
Yeah.
So I got quite bummed and I had to keep on reminding myself, like, you have to work. It's coming. It's coming. It's not there yet, but it's coming. And then this fight with Bukiwe was a big test for me because she's had like 20-something fights, 26 fights or something. And she's only lost like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of them. So she's a good boxer.
Yeah.
And she's had international experience. She fought international opponents before.
Yeah.
She's had previous world titles and African titles and like plenty titles, former everything. So she's a really good boxer.
Yeah.
She's probably one of the most decorated female boxers in
SA,
South Africa.
yeah.
Right? So for me, it was a great test, actually. I knew if I can beat her on a big stage with a lot of media, all that pressure, and I still win the fight, then I'm ready for the big game. Then I'm ready for the bigger stages. Then I'm ready to go international and face a world champion for a world title, for instance. So for me personally, this Nonina fight was one of the biggest fights of my career so far.
Sheesh.
And it wasn't even a title fight or anything. It was just a 6-rounder.
Yeah.
But because of the test that I put myself through with her, it was like the biggest fight of my career so far.
Sheesh. Mwanakocha, we're still in conversation and hanging out with BERNICE FERREIRA, the champion, the junior champion for the province of Gauteng. And perhaps you're wondering there at home, Jorge, who is BERNICE and where does she come from and why do we actually have her here in the studio hanging out with us? She says she started training when she was really young, and it was during her primary school years that she entered the realm of amateur kickboxing, where she made quite an impact, even challenging older competitors. In the year 2004, she achieved a notable success by clinching 2 gold trophies at the South African Kickboxing Championships, among several other victories in various championships and tournaments, even earning a spot to represent her country at the World Championships was a dream come true. Yet, unfortunately, due to challenging circumstances at home and limited financial resources, she was unable to seize this opportunity. The setback deeply affected her motivation, prompting her to transition to boxing during her high school years. And, that's some of the things that she's gone through as a young female boxer, finally finding herself last year winning the junior championship of Gauteng. Very, very interesting stuff. This is what we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, trying to bring you very relevant people who are doing amazing stuff in and around our communities. And, God willing, this is going to be an international thing. And like a year from now, we can have you back here and say,
with the title.
Yeah, man, holding your belt. This is something that we really, really look forward to, man. Yes, Mo?
Yeah, definitely. So now you secured a management partnership with Colin McOsland. Just take us through that and how you were feeling when you secured that partnership.
It kind of just happened. I didn't push for it or look for her, or I didn't know who to look for, to be honest. I was still trying to figure out how am I going to get fights, because I have my license, but nobody wants to fight me and I can't organize fights for myself. So when she called me and said BSA gave me your number, I was so grateful. I was like, thank God, now that something will happen. And because she's like, I don't know if she's the only female manager in the country, but she's definitely one of the best female managers in the country. And she manages Smash, Simangela Adebe. Her ring name is Smash. She's fighting actually today in Mexico for the WBC silver title. But they're 8 hours behind us, so we'll catch it tomorrow morning. On at like 3 or 4 a.m. So actually, I want to just tell everybody, please watch Smash's fight on discoverysport.com. It's going to be free, no pay-per-view, no sign-up, no nothing. Just free.
You log on and you just watch.
That's it. Please watch the fight. It's a big fight. It's a world title fight, and she's my teammate, so I really want to support her.
And very cool stuff.
Nice.
Anyway, definitely.
So, when I spoke to Colleen and I realized that she's managing people like Smash, I was over the moon. I was like, yeah, this is where I need to be, man. Things are going to happen. And then things happened. Like 5 fights in 1 year. I was like, damn, this is where I'm
The doors are slowly opening now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm sticking to her, sticking to my guns with her, and I trust her. I trust her with my career. She's been making the decisions of which fights to take and when to take which fights. So I completely trust her with that. My job is to train hard and execute the plan on the day, and my coach and my manager will handle the rest.
Wow, very cool stuff.
Man.
I want to take it back a bit. Now, you are growing up as a young girl, and I'm not sure if you had the conversation, but you get to this love of wanting to fight and being in the ring, starting from kickboxing and then transitioning to professional boxing now. What is the conversation with your parents? I know your parents are fighters themselves, right? Like you mentioned. But, growing up as kids, we are so bombarded with conventional jobs. Go work a 9 to 5, right? So what is the conversation like at home? You're finishing primary, you're finishing high school. Are they supporting you, saying, absolutely, go for it, we're right there with you? Or are they saying, man, you can do this on the side, Bernice, come on, man, go to school, go find another job or something?
So my mom was very much like, get a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You got a matric and you're not doing sports, so go get a 9 to 5. And I did for a long time. I had like a few call center jobs, worst jobs of my life. Like it drained my soul. But I did it, and I had to do it to survive. You know what I mean? I still needed money. And my mom still looked down on me like, you're not making money, you're not working, you're not doing anything, you got to do something. You know what I mean? So I definitely felt pressure to do the 9 to 5 life. But luckily, it didn't work out in my favor.
Luckily, I like that.
So the conversation then with my parents and me compared to now is completely different. Back then, my mom would say, you have to find a job. Like, are you happy with your job? How much pay do you get? Or, you know what I mean? Now, the conversation is, when I get home, the first thing my dad asks is, did you run this morning? The first thing my mom asks is, when is your next fight? Did you hear any news yet? So definitely the conversation has changed.
I can
Absolutely.
imagine.
They now worry about your fitness now.
Exactly. And when is my next fight? And am I ready?
Very cool stuff. And Mo, there's comments coming through here on YouTube. Your recovery time, we've touched that. So Spin City comes back, says, please tell us more about the gym and community work you do. Why are you doing it? And then Takalani says, how many teeth have you lost? And then KT comes back, says, would she consider to create a documentary or a movie just like Clarissa T-Rex Shields did? Just like Clarissa Shields did, because the movie kind of gave light for
female boxers.
So the first one is the community work that you do. How and why do you do that?
My partner there, Leanne, has a passion for coaching. During the lockdown, we were just training ourselves at home, and there was these youngsters that saw us or watched us training, and they were very interested, always coming to watch and whatever. And then Leanne said, hey, do you guys want to train with us? And then we started like training them. It was like 3 or 4 little boys, and they were really interested. So we decided, okay, let's start like a thing where we train the kids in the community, and we called it MobiFit, mobile fitness, whatever. But we didn't have facilities, we didn't have
equipment
gear,
and stuff,
nothing, none of that. So it was basically just in the street with the kids, running up and down, doing push-ups, like body weight training. And it grew and it grew and it grew. Eventually we moved over to Fitas as well, at different areas. We started out in Mayfair, went to Fitas, still no equipment, no facility, no nothing, but the classes kept growing. At some stage we had like 30 kids in the class, and we don't even have a facility. We're training under the street light.
Wow.
So obviously we tried to get facilities and we didn't get anything. Then James from Muscle Zone approached us, and he said he's got this facility, he's got a boxing section, but nothing's happening there. We can use that space. So that's where we are now at the Muscle Zone Gym in Northcliffe. I'm very grateful to James and his wife Colleen for giving us that space and obviously assisting with helping the kids. And so that's the community work that we do. It's mostly a passion that Leanne has, and because I'm a boxer, I also have some knowledge. So we're partners, so we venture into everything together. But I have to say it's more Leanne's thing than mine.
I see.
I'm kind of just basically assisting Leanne.
Yeah. I can imagine the energy that you guys have when the kids are there, and you're sharing the knowledge of being in an actual ring and fighting, and her passion of wanting to give back and train the young kids out there. I can imagine, man. TK says, have you lost any teeth?
Not yet. No teeth lost, no fights lost, no broken noses, no broken jaws.
Wow.
Have you ever broken someone though, or took someone's teeth out?
No, I haven't taken anyone's teeth, but I did. My second fight was the first time ever that I punched someone that I can see. Whoa, her eyes are swollen. Both eyes are blue and swollen, and it made me feel good. I was like, damn.
Wow. I'm thinking that you were about to say, nah, man, I felt so bad for you.
I used to.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. In the beginning, when I just started, before I turned pro, I used to do I had one white collar fight just to try and get back into it, and all my friends and family was like, you're holding back. Why are you holding back? Stop holding back. So by the second pro fight, I was like, I'm not fucking holding back. Sorry.
No. I can imagine. Yeah, man.
So when I saw, hey, this girl's got some bruises now, then I was like, damn, I'm not holding back anymore.
Sheesh, man. And then Katie asked that, would you consider making a movie or a documentary?
Absolutely. There's some documentaries in the works already. We've done one with the rise and fall of boxing in South Africa. That's going to come out really, really soon. So
interesting.
Stay tuned for that. There's another one in the works, kind of still halfway through or just starting off. There's I'm in. Any documentary, anything, I'm in.
All the way in.
Media coverage or any exposure, I'm in. We need exposure. Females need exposure. For the sport to grow for females, we need exposure. So I'm in.
Definitely.
Do you find that there is a lot of interest though from young girls coming up?
It's changed now recently. I think because the women are speaking up more, and because of guys like you that's putting us on a platform to say our say. I think it's definitely making a difference. So big ups to you guys and keep doing what you're doing.
We appreciate it. Definitely still in a conversation with BERNICE, the Beja FERREIRA, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So what we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when you come back, that is where we're going to conclude the conversation. But when you come back, we're going to ask her the question about the vision and the mission. What is next? Because there are big titles out there like the WBC that are still, on the rope. So please stay tuned as we take a short break. Do not go anywhere.
Hey friends, come along with the Vooka team as time is spent
at the Vision Board and Pizza event out at Curiosity in Maboning,
aimed at promoting positivity, creativity that breeds longevity.
Enjoy tasks like silent reading,
vision boarding, and live performances.
Vooka Breakfast Show brings you all things great and amazing with Sacred Sundays
in collaboration with Mwari Pizza for Vision Board and Pizza.
Well, yeah, Sugar Blossom memory. Yes.
Wow.
You wish it was you.
Yeah. You're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show right here in the heart of Johannesburg. So we're to Dobsonville. That is where we are streaming live. And if you want to watch it live right now, you can quickly go to Facebook or share the live, and on YouTube or share the live. We're still in conversation with BERNICE the Badger FERREIRA right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, the junior lightweight Gauteng champion to be precise. Of course, we know that, as much as you're still, pushing your career, still in the game, boxing these girls out there. Right now, what is the vision and the mission? What is it that you are looking forward to?
My manager says that she's in negotiations for me to fight for the South African title.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely looking forward to that fight. That's in the near future.
Yeah.
After that, I would love to go international.
Yeah.
Maybe have a few international fights before challenging for some international title.
Yeah.
That's my goal, my vision personally. I want to be a WBC world title.
Oh, because I think right now the current WBC world champion is Caroline Dubois.
Yes.
Dubois from United Kingdom, right?
That's it.
So if you are put in the ring with her, definitely you're putting her down.
Absolutely.
That's what we want to hear,
Absolutely.
man.
I'm not here to play, man. I'm here to fight.
Yeah, definitely. So in conclusion, man, when people want to come to you guys, reach out to train with you and know more about what you guys are doing, where can they find you guys?
We're situated at the Los Arcos Center in Northcliffe Hill.
Yeah.
The gym is called Muscle Zone Gym. On socials, you can check out MobiFit on Facebook and Insta, because it's MobiFit trading as Gloves of Thunder. So you can also check out Gloves of Thunder. I think they have a page. I'm not sure. But you can also check out my socials and Leanne's socials. Obviously, reach out to us and we'll schedule you in.
Yeah, definitely they will do that. So next match, when are we expecting the next match? Are you fighting in the next coming days, coming months?
I don't have a date as yet. As I said, my manager is busy with negotiations for the SA title against Nozipho Bell. Hopefully within the next month or two, let's say May.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for May.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
We'll keep that update up.
For young upcoming female boxers or just boxers in general, because you guys are out there training and working with young boys as well, right, in the community. Any advice? I want to come into boxing. I'm a young boy. I'm a young girl looking up to Leanne, looking up to BERNICE. What can you share maybe with them?
Have an open mind and stay consistent. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Choose your friends wisely. And just go for it, man.
Yeah.
Don't hold back.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Yeah, I love that. You guys are, so now this is coming off as if the home is quite an athletic one, a sports-filled home, right, with you and Leanne. How do you balance now your boxing and athletic and sports life versus your own personal life now, spending time with family and friends and just enjoying life as BERNICE?
It's tough. As a boxer, you tend to give up a lot of family time so that you can train or can be in camp or, you know what I mean? You also, like for me, my family loves to braai. Like every Saturday, there's a braai, regardless of what's happening. A lot of times, I can't go because I have to cut weight. Now, everyone is eating nice things and I'm there trying to lose weight. It doesn't work. Then I'd rather not go. So you have to give up a lot of things as a boxer. So for the up-and-coming boxers, just be wary of that and be aware and be willing to give up those
some
things.
of or just those sacrifices.
Yes, there's a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
So just make the sacrifice, man. It's going to be worth it at the end.
I can imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just relocate to Soweto, man, because the only time we have brides on Christmas. So,
Shame.
Yeah.
All right, so I have some questions for you right here. Few rapid fire game. But before we get into that, like, who is your most influential boxer that you look up to?
Currently?
Yeah. Okay, give me male and female. If you don't have male, it's fine.
Female, Katie Taylor.
Okay.
And male, I would say Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So right here with me, I have the names of the boxers and the kickboxers. Right? So you only have to choose one. Okay. Which one are they working with the win here? So on boxing, the first one, Manny Pacquiao against Floyd Mayweather.
Manny Pacquiao, man. Floyd has he's a good show off.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to look good. And
Yeah.
he's been winning. He hasn't lost any fights yet, so obviously he can box. But I feel like Manny Pacquiao has more drive, more hunger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He wants it more.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
The man from Manila. And then the second one, Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson.
Yo, that's a tough one. Eh?
Yeah, I can imagine.
I think it'll end in a no contest.
All right. And then the next one, Clarissa Shields and Katie Taylor.
Yo, Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
Definitely Katie Taylor. She's like a dog. She'll just take the shots and give more shots.
Yeah, man. I can imagine.
And then we have Sugar Ray Robinson and Roberto Duran.
Roberto Duran, definitely.
You don't think Sugar Ray would stand up to him?
It's going to
Or
be a
walk away
very,
with a
very,
win.
very
Tough
good,
win.
very good
Okay.
fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then last one, Laila Ali versus Lucia Rika.
I don't know Lucia, so I'm going to say Layla.
Layla. Then heading over to kickboxing. The first one is Ernesto Hoost versus Peter Eitz.
Yo, I'll be honest, I'm not following kickboxing
That much. Oh, I see.
So I don't know any
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah, because you also have Bad Hari, Remy Bojanski,
I don't know any of them.
Georgi Petrosand,
Nothing.
Andy Risti, Tifan van Soest. Yes, I don't even know.
Yeah, no,
Nothing.
same.
No bells going
Yeah,
on.
boxing,
Yeah.
maybe one or two here
Yeah.
and there. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, kickboxing, no.
Yeah, but thank you so much for being here with
Absolutely.
us, man. Taking
Thank you.
time and sitting down here and having this wonderful conversation. here.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you for giving me this platform.
Absolutely,
Thank you for
absolutely.
having me. Super
Anytime.
grateful.
And more, I feel like we've learned a bit,
Yeah,
now we have a bit more insight as to some of the things that you guys go through and how you have to prepare when you get into the ring. And we'd love to have you again back in a couple of months to find out how did the fight that we're looking forward to in
Yeah.
May,
Yeah.
fingers crossed, right? How did
Find
it
out
go?
if I'm the SA champ or not.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'd love to have you come back again and spend time with us and get into some of the questions that we didn't get into.
I'll be happy to come back, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we
I've had a
really
great time.
appreciate. Yeah, thank you, Bernice.
Yeah, definitely, man. For some of us, we thought, boxing is just throwing in punches.
Yeah.
But thank you for
But we
sharing
found
some
out that
light,
it's an
man.
art form.
It's an art form,
Yeah.
man. You just throw in some
Absolutely.
punch. But yeah, we hope to see you again and joining us here with those titles here all over the
Yes.
table.
Next
right?
time I'll bring my titles with
Definitely. Would
of
love
course,
that.
man.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely.
you.
That was the one and only Bernice the Beja Ferreira right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. All right, so let us take a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to conclude with our show. Yeah, definitely. As you can see, your weather update right here in Gqeberha, Eastern Cape, 24 degrees. And heading to tomorrow, Saturday, 23 degrees Celsius. And Sunday, which is the 6th of April, 26 degrees. So you should expect that cold weather and that wetness, of course, that comes with the rain. But yeah, that's how we sum it up, guys, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It was nice. Obviously, let's do some recap, man, on what we started with on the show. Because you know that, man, we always bring you things that are filled with energy, things that are filled with preparing you for a very beautiful weekend. It is the weekend, not quarter past weekend. Please, man, do not drink and drive, man. Stay safe. As we're giving you traffic, it is just us alerting you guys that you should stay safe on those roads, right? Where am I looking at? I'm a camera shoot.
Look at all of them.
Right, all I can do is just to speak right here. But thank you so much, guys, for being here with us. So a recap of how we started the show. We started with our news and sports headlines, and of course, picture of the day: Mall of Africa, 130,000 hectares.
Sheesh, man.
Right, and. As we started, man, a lot of people, yes, when I was in high school, people said Mall of Africa is the biggest mall in Africa.
Is it not?
It's not. The biggest is Four Ways Mall.
Wait,
Something around
guys.
178,000.
Four Ways Mall is bigger than Mall of Africa.
Bigger than
What?
Mall of Africa. I was also shocked.
No, it is. So,
because grew up believing that.
Mall of Africa must be like in the top 3, top 5-ish. In Africa.
Yeah.
Top
it's
5,
there.
because there's also Gateway Mall in Durban.
Yeah.
I know Gateway is
Yeah, it's very
huge. That's the first time I saw
Yeah.
a TV as tall as I am. Well, at the time, this was around 10, 11 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. That was the first time I saw a TV as tall as I was.
Yeah.
At the time, it was some shop at Gateway Mall. We were out there for like a weekend. Got there and sheesh, man, that mall is crazy. That's the first time I also got lost in the mall.
Yeah.
Got lost.
No, it wasn't the mall.
Because I've never gotten lost in a mall. Like I can the mall in
Yeah.
the malls that I've been to.
Yeah.
I've never gotten lost.
Yo.
Even Mall of Africa itself.
Yeah.
I'm at a Gateway, guys. Sheesh, no man.
Now I was lost with my with my cousin. We literally forgot where he parked.
Oh,
Menlyn Mall. Hey, Menlyn is going
hate it
to
when that happens. I hate it when it comes to parking.
Yes,
That actually
yo,
happens
that
often.
mall. You you need to be careful because the entrance it's almost the same when you're out there on the
Yeah.
parking. So they don't tell you, hey, here you're going. You are going to round that whole mall looking for things right there. But obviously, as I've said, Mall of Africa, guys, it has it rates at 130,000 square meters of retail space.
Sheesh, man.
Now, Four Ways, it's 178,000 square meters of gross lettable area.
Sure.
So it's huge. And I can see Hector right there. Out of Four Ways is big, man.
Sheesh, man.
And then what about Eastgate?
I know, man, guys. Come on.
Eastgate.
Anything that has gate, guys, no, come on.
Anything that is
Anything that has gate.
Westgate.
West, east, south, north. Maybe north. You can say, okay, maybe it's
Yeah.
like slightly
Eastgate.
nicer and.
Westgate. Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. So that's what we started with our picture of the day. So looking forward, if you are going to the mall, guys, do make sure that you consider Mall of Africa, man, just for the experience and what it offers. Because as the name says, some of us we thought because they call it Mall of Africa, it's the biggest mall in Africa, but it's not like that, guys. Maybe Dobsonville Mall is number 2. You never know.
But Dobsonville, guys, never. Arguably, I could be wrong. I stand to be corrected.
Yeah.
Dobsonville Mall is the first mall in Soweto.
Oh.
Yeah, and Dobsonville is, again, I stand to be corrected, the first township most Soweto to get electricity. Yeah. Come on, Popo.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
Please check those facts.
Yes,
for us.
we can very quickly. So yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely. And also we went on, guys, and gave you your news and sports headlines. And the traffic update, weather update is something that we've been doing just to make sure that you get ready for that morning, because it's a Friday morning, man. Get that Friday mood going, because some of the people have plans later. Where are you going? If you're going somewhere, share with us so that those people, they can also go where you are going, right? Because it is a gig guide, man. You know, gig guide, let's guide people in right places, man. You can't go to the tavern every week. Eh? It's some pizza and become curious. Yeah, it's some pizza and become curious. You understand? So, yeah, and then on the topical segment, we covered the developing stories. And then, of course, a Friday mode, we had that game. Yeah, Moose is here. So I want my technicals.
The watermelon.
Yeah, which one would you choose? And let me bring the picture up for the people at home.
No, I saw that watermelon game. No.
Yeah. So for the people who are watching, guys, let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Right? No.
You take the juice, right?
Why would I take the juice? Why
I don't know, because
take the juice?
Everyone was like, the juice.
No,
why you want the watermelon?
I get why Banana was saying that for conveniency.
Yeah.
For conveniency, if like no one actually has the time to juice a watermelon.
Yeah.
Right? But value for money, getting more juice at the same price as the juice one, juice, I would take the full watermelon.
No, I would take the full. That was my reasoning.
Yeah. And I got your reason, and I understand why you'd say that. Yeah. But I also get why Banana would say, for convenience's sake. You know, just
One
if you're on the
glass.
run, $4 in your life.
Yeah, and they did the work for you.
Yeah, you know. But if you're looking to get more value, something to eat and drink at the same time, then I'd buy the full watermelon and take the time to squeeze it out and juice it out myself.
Yeah.
And then also have slices on the side.
And seeds and things. Manure, and I mean,
and guys, this also goes back, to the question and the the conversation that we had, and they were like, we need to talk about it on the show, because while we still have some people, I also want to hear some of their thoughts from Hector, right? Because we're speaking about going emakuleni and swiping and being charged. You guys are against that. For me, I'm like, no, guys. Like these guys, yes, the service provider needs, they're renting. I get they're buying the machine, and that machine itself, it has it's a cost that runs with it. So when you use the machine every month, maybe you have to pay $150. So $150, you take it from when people come and tap. When they swipe, if you want 50 rand, 5 rand. 100 rand, 10 rand.
No, that's illegal. It's illegal. Why are you double charging me? The bank is going to
taking their 10 rand.
Do you understand?
And you're taking 10 rand.
Taking another fee.
So it means,
then also it's your operational business cost.
Yeah.
It comes with business accounting.
Yeah.
You should consider. No, you should.
It's not about being an ATM.
I'm not an ATM, guys.
And one interesting fact that I found out was that they get paid for that.
They do.
For cashbacks that you do from them. So like, what do you mean? So now you making profit? So
It's business. Guys, it's business at the end of the day. Look, try to look at this way.
Entrepreneurs, you need to cut that.
Try to look at this way, because I've seen these people they do their research, and I've seen most of them around 2022. I've seen a lot of foreigners going to the mall and looking at, this is business, because you come to them and there's no line. But when you go to Dobsonville, that line goes from Pedro's and goes there, go parking, and then it goes to Partco. And then they're like, okay, it's fine. You guys, you are going to.
So you must pay for the convenience.
There we go.
Of being able to, but then
even if it's legal, now you see where the business is coming from.
No, you see, this is why then the township industry is trying to be regulated for things like that, because you just enjoy, because when you feel like this is supposed to be the price, and when now you are pricing based on where now
what you think,
what
suits
and
you,
what your household costs are, and go to where now spending. No, but business accounting there, and it's literally you must factor that into your operational cost and whatnot. Then you charge a price, a final price and then that price already you factored in profits. So when are you making double profits off of just me?
It's a scam.
It is opportunity, guys. It's a gap in the market.
It's not a gap in the market. It's a scam.
It's a gap in the market,
it's
guys.
a scam.
When you see opportunities like this, you take them. Open your own shop.
Why don't they do that at the malls? Why don't they do that at the malls? It's not
because
like
the malls is the right place for people to come.
So basically you are sending everybody from the township to the mall on purpose.
Yeah.
Because then you're saying I must go to you taking me out of my township, my place of residence to go spend my money because there I don't get double charged and scammed. So now you literally driving me that stays here in the township to go spend my money out of the township.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you?
It's job creation.
No, it's not.
Job creation.
It doesn't make sense.
What job creation? What is Mo talking about? And the other thing, it's like, it's insinuating that businesses can't be run anywhere else outside of malls and like these fancy places and stuff like that.
But yeah, let us know, guys, using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show right there on the comment section, right? Because now we are about to conclude and we are about to play a game, an interesting game. I have a game for you guys.
You know me and Musi, man.
What was the word of the day?
Now I came in gun blazing.
No, remind us quickly, recap. Word of the day. What was the word of the day?
We never did word of the day.
I'm here. You did say that I'll take care of people, me. Because I noticed you guys were talking about artists.
Our linguist here on the show, Musi,
take care of you guys.
Is here to take care of you every day on our show with the word of the day. And obviously, we have a twist with our word of the day, which is now we include idioms. So we're very quickly, Musi, because he brought it to light, our mishap, guys. You also, our daily viewers, Hector. Word of the day.
No,
you don't want to elevate. You don't want to elevate your dictionary.
He's commenting on the question that I asked. It's now going to be better because Caltex has F&B again.
Yeah, it's brought back.
Yeah,
Caltex,
because the reason these people they are charging is they've seen the amount of crime that happens with the local ATMs.
It's not crime related. Stop playing devil's advocate.
Guys.
It's not.
Stop
playing devil's advocate.
Back then, when the ATMs were there, those people they were not charging. Are you guys aware of that? But when crime started and ATMs were being bombed, they started charging because now there's scarcity of ATMs.
But I don't think it's crime related. I don't think these people are making business aimed at improving Kasi economy.
That's what I'm saying, Guti. That's the reason why there has been this conversation around this spaza, industry in the townships, with the sense of who is this going to? The Pakistanis that literally they dominate
foreign nationals.
The foreign nationals, they dominate this spaza shop industry.
Yeah.
And so where is that going? And they don't have you ever seen a South African working in a Pakistani shop?
Yes, no. I have.
A South African?
Yes.
We want me.
No, I want. They do. Like quite a few foreign.
But it's always the women.
It's foreign.
Black women.
Yeah, not always.
Wow.
The first major one. Now go Kasiaka. Mon Pepeto. Guys, I stand to be corrected. Dobsonville, Pepeto. Those who know, when that shop opened early, as we refer to them, Mokasias Makoma Kuling. The first person who worked there was a male. And then the closest one to my house is employing, I think, 2 if not 3 males. So I have seen males being employed.
So, but when did?
But I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying that it's right.
When did the handover of the spaza shop industry in South Africa go over to foreign?
It didn't go over, but one person can argue out there and say, and there's some truth to it that our local spaza shops were not necessarily meeting the standard that these foreign national owned shops were meeting in terms of the products that they have in their shops. So hangata what you would found, and when the transition was happening, I remember when the transition was happening, you would find that so these people opened for longer was one factor that made them stand out. So they opened earlier and they closed way later. Where you'd find back then
7-Eleven.
Yeah, back then Kokasi it was 8 to like 6. How they like 7? How they like the shop on they said you quit. after 8 o'clock, how about the cold drink? It's on spotong. Remember, I don't know about you, but when I grew up, Kodi Spotong, there's quite a few taverns that sold cold drinks, right? It's 1.25. So that's the one thing that made them stand out. The other thing is the array of products. They might not necessarily be of best quality, but the array of products that they have. So where you find you'd have to go Molong to buy
yeah,
right? The foreign-owned national shops would have that, very small things. So small things that made them stand out. Like they brought mini supermarkets from Kotopo.
Okay, and then they're also double charging us on
I'm not justifying it. I'm answering your question. Chester.
Get Chester because this thing.
Because I'm on your side as well. Because all of these things, essentially, yes, they have their advantages, but it's not. Like I said, it's not aimed at improving Kasi economy.
Yeah.
Even in employing, South Africans, it's not aimed at improving their livelihoods. One could argue and say it's exploitation.
Yeah.
Because chances are they're not being paid properly.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a whole lot that goes into it. But as South Africans, we need to take back the spaza shop economy and industry in our neighborhoods and try to improve on it, man. Make it better. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
About everyone else who's watching and listening.
Yeah. Word of the day, quick. Let's move on it. Let's move.
The word for today was supposed to be.
We did today in history and not word of the day.
So it was supposed to be, or the word of the day is, not supposed, is lugubrious. Mo would have probably said lugubrious.
Lugubrious. He said lugubrious.
It's lugubrious. It's lubricate.
No, man, what are you saying? This guy, guys, misleading people here. So the word today, guys, is lugubrious, and what lugubrious means is that looking or sounding sad or dismal. Lugubrious means looking or sounding sad and dismal. And the word is an adjective, and it's spelled as follows: Lugubrious. That's Lugubrious. Lugubrious is looking and sounding sad and dismal. That's the word for today. And so you know that when we share these words with you, it is aimed at improving your day-to-day spoken language and, of course, ultimately your vocabulary. And like TC said, now moving on, we're going to be doing word of the day one week, and the other week we're going to be doing idiom of the day. And starting next week, Monday, we're doing idiom of the day, where we actually do use a nice word that you and I might not have heard of before, and use it as an idiom or in an idiom, and we try to find out what that idiom could mean. So be on the lookout for that, starting on Monday all the way to Friday, and then on Friday we'll do a recap of all the idioms we would have covered during the course of the week.
Yeah, definitely. Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, before we sign out, saying sayonara, have a good weekend, we always spice it up with games, and our games include questions, a quiz. I know we've played a game right here with these two contestants of mine, and they knew everything, but we were like, hey, producer, come on, man, come with something different that is going to shake their minds, challenge them, and bring them to the brink of the eye, right?
To the brink of the eye. Someone is influencing you. I'll tell you off camera who it is, because we're about to
brink or strats.
Yeah, the person is influencing you. Anyway, bring it on. Let's see what you have for us, Mo.
Yeah, so today our theme of the game is the hip hop.
Oh my
quiz.
Goodness.
Hip hop quiz. I am so not
hip hop
in any shape, form, or manner when it comes to hip hop. So this one I'm not looking forward to winning. I know you knew Young MA yesterday. You said you were familiar.
Young Ma.
Yeah, you had a crush on her and stuff. So you might be a bit more well versed than I am. So let's do it, Mo.
S.A. Hip hop.
Yo.
No more Young Ma, Mo. There's no Young Ma, Chris Brown, T.I. No. It's S.A. So the first question. Wait. Let me introduce the game right now. Obviously, contestant number one is Musi Me. Contestant number two is TC. The game for today is called the hip hop quiz. Do you have what it takes to get this one? I'm going to read the question, and with me, it's 3 answers.
right? And speaking of 3 answers, you guys will take turns into answering. I'm going to give you an opportunity. When I read, you guys will decide whether you're going with that answer or whatever.
Okay.
The first question is, who is known as the godfather of South African hip hop? Answer number 1, Double HP. Answer number 2, Pro Kid. Answer number 3, Amu.
Amu Kimang.
But
Amu, hey, you want me to give you answers now? You've got 10 seconds to give
Are
me
we
the
doing
answer.
this answering at the same time or one at a time?
Nah, tell me what's the answer. Both
One
of
at a
you
time,
guys.
Mr. B? Or at the same time?
No, just answer.
Okay, I don't know, honestly.
Ooh, okay, Double HP, Pro Kid, Amu. Who are you choosing?
The godfather of hip hop.
Godfather of South
Nah,
African
man,
hip
it has
hop.
to be double A. No, come on, Pro Kid.
Pro Kid, right? Where now? Where now?
Yeah, I was leaning towards Double HP,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe Pro Kid. Pro Kid?
Yeah.
No, they're not maybe, definitely Pro
Definitely
Kid.
Pro Kid.
Yes.
Yeah. And the final answer is incorrect.
Ah!
The godfather of South African hip hop is Double HP.
Yeah, it's Double HP.
Right.
So I was right when I said I'm leaning towards Double HP.
Number 2, which South African rapper released the album Touch My Blood? Number 1, AKA. Number 2, Nasty C. Number 3, KO. What is your answer? Touch My Blood.
So don't know. I don't even know.
AKA Nasty C or KO?
I know.
KO.
KO is your final answer. AKA.
No, I'm leaning towards AKA. I don't even know. I'm just guessing at this
KO.
point.
KO.
When are you saying
AKA, yeah.
The correct answer is AKA. Touch My Blood was the album released by AKA, man. May his soul continue to rest in peace. What is Nasty C's real name? Ntsiga yesizwe David Jr.
I
Ngcobo.
never. I never.
Second option, Senzo Mfundo wakwaVilakazi. Number 3, Refilwe Maele Polo.
A. I'm going with A.
A. Ntsiga yesizwe. B.
Senzo. I'm going with B. Senzo.
A. Nasty C's real name is Ntsiga yesizwe David Jr. Ngcobo.
I'm going with B. Senzo. Mfundo.
The correct answer is Senzo Mfundo Vilakazi.
I've heard Mfundo somewhere.
Zulu man with some power.
Zulu man with
That was that interview that he did. They shoot me with the what? Blue and four cats.
Ah,
Like
empty,
Alabatu.
with the avocado. They hit me with the avocado, my friend. Yo, my goodness.
Were you wrong yourself?
I think, no, guys.
Wait, who did you ask about?
Nasty C's real name is Senzo.
No.
Ntsiga yesizwe.
Yes. So, like, I can't believe you guys invalidated me like that.
Questa. Yo.
You guys invalidated me like that. So I've been right here and you guys just, the first question I was right. I just doubted
Mfundo
myself.
Vilakazi is Questa's real name.
Like, you guys,
what am I
can't believe you're
doing?
doing this to me right here today.
Kena Nasty C. Ntsiga yesizwe David Jr. Ngcobo.
Idlozi
It
lami
makes sense.
alingilahli
Nasty C.
namhlanje, alingilahli.
Makes sense, man. Yeah, I would never call myself this, man. As a musician. Ntsiga yesizwe.
Yes, you can. What's wrong with that?
Zulu man with some power.
I need some stage
Ntsiga
names,
yesizwe.
yeah. But yeah, TC. Got it correct. Casper's Nyovesta. Casper
Casper's
Nyovesta.
Nyovesta. Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah, me, I'm not surprised. Me. La Caprias.
Casper Nyovesta debut album, hit song Takshe Beleza, was released in which year? First option is 2012. Second is 2014. Third is 2016.
Hey, my bro.
A.
Yes, sir.
Is for 2012. BC?
Ah, wait, Clarice Horomotona. Rona bana, at least we have since 25-year-olds Bomusi.
Hey, boy! Like Dr. Shebeleza, what do you mean? During that time, everybody was going crazy for that
Yeah,
song.
but when
I just can't remember the year.
12, 13, or 16? 14. You said 12, 14, 16, yeah?
2012, 2014, 2016.
I'm going with
and then
A.
now we say 2012.
Yes, sir.
TC.
2014 maybe.
2014.
2016, 2014.
The correct answer is 2014.
No, man.
Yeah, Musi, tell me again
Wait,
how
no,
old I
wait.
am.
was
No,
released
tell
on
me
that.
again.
Wait,
No,
wait.
say it again.
Okay, no, I have to think about this
Say
for like a
it.
second.
No.
Oh, wait, it's 2012 Futuring. No, it's that song.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
17 January 2014
Oh,
was
wow.
when Doc Shebeleza
Doc
was
Shebeleza.
Shazla mina ilash.
But I did say that I have no knowledge into the hip hop space whatsoever. So.
All right. The next question. TC has 2.
The next what?
Question.
Yeah.
TC has 2. Musi is on 1.
0. 1. What's in 0?
Next question is: which rapper started the record label Skanda World? First option, Ricky Rick. Second, KO. Third, Questa.
KO.
KO started the custom Skanda World. Musi.
I am guessing, but I'm gonna go with A, man.
A is Ricky Rick.
I don't know why.
The correct answer is KO. TC got it
This one, I promise you, I won't even
correct.
be bruised if I lose. I won't. Not to say anything about the hip hop space, you know.
Yeah.
There's some great songs out there, but I'm just not like a fan like that. So with this one, if it was movies, yes,
Yeah.
I'd absolutely be bruised and take it personal.
Spoke to my producer. I told you that now it's not about Roberto Ticinero. It was
De Janeiro,
music now.
Robert De Niro, De Janeiro.
What was Pro's Kid debut album called?
Pro Kid.
Pro Kid's album. A debut album called. First one, Heads and Tails. Second one, Donkey Sign. Third one, Snakes and Ladders.
Arabo, Shabana.
I'm looking at you so that you answer first.
No, answer, bro. Ladies first.
What is the correct answer?
A.
A.
B, my bro.
B.
Yeah. Donkey Sign.
Donkey Sign
I don't
is
know.
the correct
I'm
answer.
assuming.
And Heads and Tails is TC's correct answer. The correct answer is Heads and Tails.
Yeah, no, you can play that thing for the rest of the questions. No, man, wasn't
Musi
Donkey
is
Sign
literally that was
Wasn't
his
Donkey
no,
Sign
it
the
was one of his
single?
yes, it was one of his most famous singles. Donkey Sign.
But was it not the like the debut album?
It was like one of his most favorite taglines because it was literally something he would say in most of his.
Yeah. So that's wrong.
Okay. And the other one, the next one?
The other one includes females. Are you familiar with the female hip hop hits in South Africa? Question is, which female rapper won the 2020 South African Hip Hop Awards for Best Female? First option, Kiruch. Dololo. Second option, Tikwala. Kwan. Third option, Mosley. What is your final answer?
Do you know either one of those?
Two of the three, I don't know.
Who do you know from there?
Muslim. I don't know her. I've heard of her.
Of her because she's a presenter. Mostly because of that.
Not really. I just know the name Muslim. No, honestly speaking.
Mosley.
No, guys, like you have to understand, like Mo does not follow movies
Jazz.
and stuff and jazz and all of those things. Me personally, like when it comes to hip hop, bro, like no knowledge whatsoever.
The answer is D Koala Gun.
D Koala is your final answer.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'll
Just
go
choose
A,
between.
I'll go A because
Ruch,
she went B,
Mosley.
just to try and keep it. I'll go A. Yeah.
The correct answer is Rouge. Dololo.
Which was what, B?
Dololo.
Was it B?
Nah, it's yours.
Oh,
you
my
got it
God.
correct. The caller is still new, TC. No, can you confirm with my producer? Because Nami.
I don't trust you. You know, and I also don't
think they
trust
hired
these answers of yours.
Yeah, they hired me.
We're digging to sabotage.
I was hired Kapo. So, but let's move on. This one has to be the easiest, man. What was the name of Ricky Fashion? Ricky. What is the name of Ricky Rick's Fashion and Music Festival? First answer, Cotton Fest. Second answer, Back to the City. Third answer, Castle Light Unlocks. Woo!
Amen.
A.
Was it Cotton Fest?
I mean,
I don't
shut
know.
your mouth, man, Lucy.
No, I'm not sure. Like between Cotton
can't
Fest
be
and
that
Back to the
bad.
City.
Back to the City.
No, I'm trying to think.
And Castle Light Unlocks.
Nah, man, Castle Light, no. Man.
Castle Light.
I don't.
Back to the City or Cotton Fest? Which one are you going with?
Back to the City. No, I'll go with A as well.
You go with A.
Yeah, I'll
And
go
the
with
correct
Cotton
answer is Cotton Fest.
I'm trying to think. Back to the City. Yeah. Oh, Cotton.
Yeah.
Silver Cotton. Right. So 4-2. Musi. If you get this one correct. But what's one? Okay, it's 4-2. Ne? Which rapper's famous tagline is "This is for the boys"? First answer, Costa Teach. Number 2, Blackie. Number 3, A Reese.
Damn. Okay, I don't know. With this one, I am stumped.
What the tagline?
Yes.
What's the
This is for
tagline?
the boys.
This is for
This
the boys.
is for the boys.
Yo, guys,
Musi.
another expose, yo. This is for the boys. Blackie, Costa Teach, Orange, TC, relax. TC now is breaking things, guys. She's
What are you
leading. She's
doing,
breaking things in studio. Blackie, Costa Teach, A Reese. This is for the boys. I'm trying to think. Have I heard anything like that from any
I'm
of
also them?
them?
trying to think. Aries, have I ever heard him say this is for the boys?
I mean, it should be between Blackie or Costa Teach.
It should be between Blackie and Costa Teach.
I don't know, honestly. I'll just
Who are you going with?
I'll swing at it and take a blind swing and say no, man, Blackie.
This is for the boys.
I'll say Aries.
A Reese is your final answer.
Emmanuel.
TC. Between A Reese, Blackie, and Costa Teach, who are you choosing?
Blackie, maybe.
Blackie is your final answer.
How crazy would it be if we both wrong?
We probably, I don't know, man.
The correct answer is A Reese. The boy doing things. That's his famous line. This is for the boys.
Yeah, because
from the
I
Wrecking
can
Crew.
Costa Teach. Costa Teach did a lot of house
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
So it didn't
and
fade. Blackie,
Teaching Kalagat.
Blackie's famous, yes.
Why
People
would-
know him. But I think, I feel like, and I could be wrong, I stand to be corrected. I feel like people who are like hip hop heads
Yeah.
would be more familiar with Blackie stuff. So I don't think like he's at the level yet.
Do they make hip hop or trap? Like, I don't know.
It's part of the hip hop and rap space, man. It's kitty sub genre,
Yeah.
But Blackie, I don't think, and I could be wrong, and I stand to be corrected, like I just said. But I don't think like his music is out there like that, so that we could be familiar with like his taglines or anything. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's why I was just taking a swing. Like it felt more A Reese-ish.
Okay.
Won't understand. But anyway.
All right.
Do you have more?
4-3. It means when you guess the last one.
It's a tie.
Is it a last one?
Once again, it's going to be a tie.
I'm tapping out of this game.
Last question is.
Yeah, I will lose. I'm
Shaking in her boots already. That's what the mist does, man.
No, it's
That's why in the morning when you look there in the horizon, you see the mist coming.
The last question that will determine who is going home with a ticket of Renshu. Who was the first South African rapper to sign with Def Jam Africa?
South African rapper.
Nasty C.
You have 3 options. AKA is the first option. Shane Eagle is one of the options. The last option is Nasty C.
Yeah, no, there's no way that
It's Nasty C. I literally spoke. I said it before you even gave me the options. So.
Def James, you sure it's Nasty C?
Oh, Def Jam Records.
Let me do my record and check. Seems like you're doing a mistake here. What's your final answer?
I'll go Nasty.
Nasty C was the first South African rapper to sign with Def Jam's Africa. Your answer is correct. Nasty C was the first South African rapper to sign with Def Jam Africa, and it makes a TC win worth of 5.24.
Yeah.
Very congratulations to you. How are you feeling?
It's not that big of a deal.
You know, because what are you giving me?
Ticket to the rain show will be given to you. I'll speak to my
Yeah,
producer.
when we always play games, guys.
I'm already
Please
going.
comment, like, and share your thoughts and whatever else in between. Every time we play games here in studio, we are promised prizes here.
I want my
We've never
prize.
gotten
They're
prizes.
going to get their prizes, guys. What are you doing? So, from YouTube right there, Tata our hashtag word of the day shouldn't be done because it's Friday. Friday. Freestyle on Fridays. Oh.
With the anarchy
About the freestyles on Fridays.
Freestyle
Right.
Fridays, that
And
could be
then
a
Spin
thing, man.
City
Very cool.
comes out. Mo is right. Lugubrious, not lugubrious.
Guys, we have technology here at home. Here we have technology. TC told you on Monday. Was it on Monday, TC?
It's Lugu,
or when?
guys.
It's not Lugu.
Lager.
Lugu,
No,
you know,
it's
man,
Lugu.
make it, you know, man. You know, you're always misleading people. TC said, guys, and I'm not like the best person in English here, right? But TC told you and assured you that for pronunciation and correct spellings and correct definitions, come to me. Here. I have
might
you.
be right
It's
on this one,
lugubrious,
but let's hear
guys.
him.
My brew, come on,
It's
man.
lugubrious.
Maybe he's right on this one.
Yes,
You like a
guys.
patch?
Because I always
I'll say
get
TC
things-
kana ke mang TK ha ba tsebe gore ke na le matla ke na le power yeah gore ke le ntweleng ke le super.
Array, what's the correct pronunciation? Lugubrious.
Then you can play the thing.
Do you wanna bet?
Yes, play it.
I bet in bill. I get a
No, I want to bet. What are you gonna win?
So when I come
Hey,
in,
Musi wants to bring back the you lost already. You want to bring back the
it's
wins.
fine. I bet. But are you going with her? You're trusting him over me.
I
Lugu.
said no. I said he
Lugu.
might be right.
Yes,
Just give
take a
us.
stance.
No,
Take a
I'm not
stance.
taking a
Take a stance. Take a stance, guys. In closure, very quickly, we're closing off. Take a stance.
Hey,
I'm saying lugubrious.
Why are you saying
Lugubrious.
lugubrious?
Take
It's
a
a
stance.
lubricant.
He's saying ku. I'm saying chu. Take a stance. And Spin City is saying chu.
Juku.
No.
He's saying ku. Yeah, they're both saying ku. What? Take a stance.
Lugubrious.
Yeah, lugubrious. Not lugubrious.
Lugubrious. Right.
Sounds
you
cool.
are
I'll
looking
give
and
you-
sounding sad. Oh my goodness, why are you looking so lugubrious today?
It sounds good.
Like
Yeah, actually, wait. Let me think.
Yeah.
About it. Wait.
There we go. There we go.
He might be.
Play it.
Take a stance.
I took it.
Lugubrious.
Play it.
Siyayivala ngelugubrious. Come on, man.
Take a stance. Nothukile la. Unotatazela nothukile Papa Mahala. Papa Mahala. We didn't even take a stance.
There we go. We want to hear it one more time, man.
Take a stance, TC. Stand for what you believe in.
Lugubrious.
Yeah.
Oh, for once, I mean, Mo is
No.
allowed to shine, Gaiwani.
But take a stance.
Sometimes he's allowed to shine. Let
Take
him,
a stance.
let him have his moment.
You were scared here to take a
Listen.
stance.
No, I wasn't.
You were
I know
scared.
this thing.
I wasn't.
Vooka, habe. Again, Mlu.
Anyway.
Lugubrious was our word of the day.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Right. That is how you get the pronunciation, and it's abjurate.
I
not
never yeah, abjurate here.
Yo, wait, but yeah, guys, that's all from us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. I don't know which came to watch, man.
Look at all of them.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show. Thank you so much to everyone who just joined. It is a Friday, beautiful morning. It does not only end here, man. Let us prepare for the later hours, man, because there's a lot going to be happening, preparing and heading towards the first week of April, man. So let us rejoice, enjoy it. We're going to see you again next week right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, where we do not miss. Hector Watla Armusi, he's dizzy. Oh, zero.
appreciating Hector today.
But
Hector's on you, Musi.
Yeah, that was your daily dose of productivity to start your day on a positive note. Enjoy your weekend, guys. From me, Moketi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature, the son of Mother Nature. Jose Namtlakase Reberekisa generator. This weekend, Takebatle Banyana Baberekisang vibrator. Signing out. I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Well, guys, that is how we say thank you for the day and starting your day here with us at the Vooka Breakfast Show. I am Tisiga Mazibugo Shabalala. I would love you to have a great first Sunday and enjoy your weekend, and I will see you bright and early on Monday morning.
Yeah, man. You know what? This is what we do on a daily basis, Monday to Friday, bringing you the best show ever and the best show possible that we can, put together right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, streaming live from the heart of Soweto, Top Santon. So this is right next to Zondi Hills and just before you get to Brown Fisher Kloof. And you'll always be hanging out with me, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I couldn't have been happier to have hung out with you and spend some time with you during the course of the week, sharing our thoughts and our opinions and everything else in between. Until next week, Monday, bright and early, where we try to bring you the most relevant people and the most relevant information and as factual as it can be, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show across all our social media platforms. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and drink responsibly and be cautious out there on the roads. It's the first weekend of April, and maybe you and I might see each other at church this Sunday. But with that being said, we'll see you next week Monday. Cool stuff, man.
Definitely. Hector, also enjoy your weekend, and to everyone who was watching and became what?
Bye-bye.
Oh, more in closure very quickly, because right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show on a Friday basis, we bring you people who are doing amazing stuff in and around our communities when it comes to fashion. So because we're closing off, it doesn't mean that you won't find that interview and that conversation on our platform, both on Facebook and YouTube. So do be on the lookout for that one on YouTube. But with that being said, we'll see you.
Yeah, I think we still have someone. One. Yeah. Oh, discoverysports.com. .co.za.
Bernice's teammate.
Yeah.
Smash.
She will be fighting. So it's what is it again? Discovery.co.com. Oh, it's on the screen. We're going to share it right there. There we go.
Smangele smash Hatebe
to fight Gabriel Sanchez for WBC silver at 3:00 tomorrow. Right there. discoverysports.com.
Yes, sir.
Right. It is for the website and also where you can see it right there with us. So much support will be definitely needed for her. Let us support her because we know that our female boxers need that support. Definitely, I am going to watch it because come on, man, I'm off.
Because you're not waking up on Saturday.